All right, let's do this. Welcome back. I have video this time. Hello, it me. Although there was kind of an element of like a freeing aspect of not being on camera last time. I felt like I just, wasn't really thinking about it. And now I'm thinking about it, but it's okay. I have so many thoughts. But I'm ready. Okay, so who wants to do the recap? Not Magus. I think what I want to do is make sure we can rotate because this is a nice free way to get some extra inspiration. Basically no consecutive recaps. So if you did it last week, somebody else do it this week. So
gonna march into the bandit lair with like 9 D40s. Like, what up?
That's true. You've got the mega roll.
You do have the mega roll. Who wants to do it?
I think I got this one.
Okay.
Let's see here. We started in Magus' house. Well, rather his family's house. And his mom was trying to be a really good hostess.
Trying?
Was looking to bring us food and was looking to play board games and all that. There was a discussion that was had with Magus's brother about what would be best for him to protect his family. Is it better to go and serve in the army under Pythor? Or is it better to stay with his family and protect them from unknown evils that may yet arrive? After some soul searching and conversation with Shade, who precariously pushed him one way and then the other, he decided to stay with his family for now. But basically put out an ultimatum that he will eventually join up. And there's kind of like a clock going on. Magus was uncomfortable about this. He's anxious about his brother potentially meeting death. And he wants to keep him safe. He's feeling very protective. He offered him training after some thought under one of the teachers of the academy, I think it was. Is that right?
It's a man who frequents the gymnasium.
All right.
A gym bro.
Do you remember his name?
His name is Arnold.
What's his name?
The guy who shows up to the gym often shall be entrusted with his brother's training.
It was Egan.
Egan. All right. That sounds a lot more trustworthy. Egan is hopefully going to train his brother in the art of blunt instrument fighting. And they're gonna get it done. It's gonna be awesome.
Yep. Throw hands.
That being said, Magus's mom was like, Falbin, eat this. Falbin, eat that. And no, you can't leave. Have some coffee. Falbin was looking to retire. It consumed one tart. It was indeed pretty good. Falbin was ready to leave. Magus's mom was not ready for that. Falbin stealth.
You
Shade was left behind.
Literally stealthed out of a kitchen to get out of a social encounter.
That's right.
Oh.
Shade got left behind and began a raucous game of, what is it, 24 square?
20 squares.
Is that what it's called? 20 square. There's only 20 of them, not 24. There were several checks that needed to be had, and I think the final score was 3 against 2, Shade's favor. It was quite rousing at the end.
I was really surprised at how close that game was. Like, it may seem like I was just BSing those rolls for narrative tension. I was not. So that's just how it went.
That's right.
I don't
Magus's
BS rolls,
mom
you guys.
Is a BA.
She is.
After that pretty well wrapped up the evening. Everybody retired, got up out of our beds, went about our day. We had some discussion earlier on that said, under no circumstances should we split the party. It seems like we're about to go into dire circumstances. So
there was a little song that
Kyra
was saying about not splitting the party.
Right. There was a song even by Kyra. So we started going down toward the Colossus because we were going to do some reconnaissance and see what we could learn ahead of meeting with the potential cult of the snake, as it were. And on the way there, Magus said, I need to go to the academy. He had a sense of urgency about learning some very new talents that will be quite handy. But it resulted in the party splitting. So the rest of us moved on to the Colossus, dug around, found some golems, found an entrance that needed a secret word, mused about what that password might be, specifically chose not to speak it because we were not all together. We backtracked a bit and found a house that was interesting. I don't think there was nothing familiar about it. It just had some statues in it. It seemed to be off aside from the city. We weren't sure what was going on about it. Theo said, you know what, screw it. We should go over there. And Falvin was like, yeah, for sure. I'm there. I'm gonna go too. And then Shady was like, whoa. Positive dad energy. Maybe we should ask if there are rules. We found a guard, talked to them. The guard said, oh, we don't talk about Bruno. No, I mean the place with all the statues. That is a place that belongs to followers of Sidon. It is their island. It is their, what's the word? It's literally their land.
Their property.
Property, country. It is
Compound.
essentially persona non grata, but for a house. So that being said, we basically decided, yep, we're going back there.
Heck yeah.
And decided we'll do that later, maybe when it's darker. Met back up with Magus. We were thronged on the way to the Colossus as well as on the way back, and that was you know what it was for an hour. We got to the Colossus and kind of scratched our heads a little bit with some gentle nudging towards correctness. We deduced that the password was Myrtos, and the doors began to open.
Yeah, they did. Great recap. Oh my god. You know what?
You know you want to.
What could possibly be worse than one D40? Two D40s.
That's right.
You did a magnificent recap. Enjoy your D40, sir.
Wow.
I don't know. I'm kind of getting like the feeling like I'm going down a corridor in Doom, and I've just been handed two BFGs.
No, what could go wrong?
We're gonna clip that for repeat later, because you said it. I didn't say it. Amazing. Really, really good. So to set the scene where you guys are now, you're on the island with the Colossus of Pythor. Very much like, you know, is it Ellis Island that the Statue of Liberty is on? Is that the one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kind of like
Yep.
that, you know, or like that island in Legend of Korra that has the statue of Aang on it, you know. It's actually more like that island. But anyway, it is just after 9 o'clock. It is pretty dark now. The harbor district is starting to pick up with business in the taverns and people going home from work. And you are at the base of the Colossus by the leftmost. Is it the left foot? Hold on, let me make sure. Not that it matters.
Right.
It's actually the
Not
right.
that it matters, but what foot exactly are we standing in?
And who is pulling the lever?
I feel like if there was ever a phrase to be on my Dungeon Master headstone for this campaign, it would be not that it matters. So you are actually standing by the right foot. So it's, as you walk up to it, it's on your left, but it's kind of facing you, so it's the right foot. And just where the behind the big toe, There were 2 marble statues, which you deduced were golems. You already recapped this. You spoke the password, and the arcane lock, which Magus was able to see, has disengaged, at least for now, and the door is unlocked. And let me take you over to that map. Is this the song I want? Did I ask for this?
I don't know if you did. It's about to get creepy.
It is creepy. You know what? Screw it. I like it.
Boom, boom.
Yeah, okay. So there are some walls and line of sight features, but I'm not going to use them for the whole thing. Some of them I've just blocked off with images. But for now, we'll have them. The door is open. So I think you guys should be free to move around. Kyra actually steps in front of you and says, all right, before we go in, what is the plan here? What are we doing?
I think everyone's supposed to get in the Ultros carrier, and we're going to cast invisibility on it, right? Yeah. I stare at Shade meaningfully.
I don't
Yes.
think
Let's do this.
I don't.
Maltese Goblin!
Wait now, friends, legal friends. I don't.
Legal friend.
I don't think that will work, Theo. I think if you'd given it just a few more seconds, thought you would have known that. But, I rest. What is the plan?
Thought we were going in there to talk to Lady of Coins. Right, Felvin?
That is right. I think the root question is: are we all going in visible? Are we going to try to hide the true number of our party, or are we just gonna go in?
Thought from our conversation. What? Go ahead.
I almost feel like now that we're at the door, it's a bit late to turn people invisible. We are probably already being watched.
Yep.
I mean, our conversation like 5 minutes ago, we said we were all just going in, right?
Yeah, we're just.
That felt like a week ago to me.
Follow Falben, back him up, see if we can get in with the Lady of Coin. I also, I don't think it was brought up earlier. We're also, I think, Valis wanted us to see if we can use connections with her to find out where the aging serum for the dragons was coming from.
Oh yes.
I'm so glad you're here, Magus.
Me too.
I am as well. Look at the brain on you.
I'm gonna call you the archive.
I'm gonna call you the archive.
The keen mind. Yes, that is good. We should find that out. Let's see. Well, I suppose I'll take up the rear with the bassinet.
Please.
All right. Well, it's probably going to be close quarters in there, so keep your elbows in and keep your smiles.
Hang on to your butts.
Hold on to your butts. I'll be right behind you. So just for, I'll move you guys in, but immediately inside there are, well, I guess I can just give you a...
I didn't give consent.
I mean, we're about to move anyway, so... the circular door opens and you're inside a small chamber with a spiral staircase that reaches upwards. I have gone ahead and put arrows on the staircases because some of them are not clear which way they go. Both the staircase and the walls are forged from bronze, but unlike the exterior, the brightly polished metal has not been weathered by the passage of time. So if you have any light sources inside here with you, it's just glistening off this polished metal. The outside is that kind of
light source.
The outside is that kind of patina kind of looking stuff. Is that copper that does that? What's the Statue of Liberty made? Copper. Okay.
Also bronze to an extent. Yeah.
Yeah, you would know. Anyway, it's weathered outside, not weathered inside. But yeah, there is the stair ahead of you, but that's all that's inside.
I would like to point out that at the end of last session, I cast Detect Magic, and that lasts for 10 minutes, so that's going to be up while I'm walking through here.
Okay, sounds good. All right. What is our order?
I assume Falbin would be first. I figure Shade will go after him.
Yep.
But where's Rue gonna be? Not
With me.
that it matters. Okay.
Not that it matters.
Yeah, that looks like a good order.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. I will move you guys up, and away.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa! We're flying!
So if you scroll out, we're actually moving up the statue as we go from layer to layer.
Oh,
Isn't that
I
neat?
see what you did there.
Pretty neat, huh?
Wow.
I didn't know this elevator went this far.
Okay, so
We're in the abdominal.
you're in the.
What are you guys seeing?
Everything.
If you look over, if you look over here. Right there.
So where is the
All I see is a gray screen with like college rules on it.
You are a lucky man.
Oh no, that's not what you should be seeing, and I think you're alone in that. Maybe refresh your page.
Here.
I get some new cookies. Freshly tracked ones.
That sucks. Okay. Anyway, so you guys proceed up the stairs. Are you going quietly or not?
We're going respectfully.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
like,
a good way to put it.
like tourists listening to the tour guide. You know, just like not touching anything.
Like we belong. We have an invitation. We're expected, but we're doing this.
Yeah, we're being good guests.
Okay.
Sure.
Shade can't exactly go quietly, so... Or at least he's not very good at it.
Right.
I know that when Theo would get into this room, he would kind of like start inspecting things, but he wouldn't like try to disrupt anything. Just like passively see how things are put together and how this thing works.
Well, that's really cool. So, as your head kind of peers up over the landing at the top of the stairs, you're now in a circular room containing a series of bronze tubes that snake around and overlap in a large knot in the middle that takes up most of the chamber. One set of pipes stretches a few feet off the ground and has 4 different colored valves. Yellow, green, red, and black. And several minotaurs and a pretty vicious looking woman wearing an eye patch are mulling about in here. And I guess this minotaur closest to the stairs hears you coming up first and says, boss, we got somebody coming up the right leg. And she's like, okay, well, stand guard. And the Minotaurs move up to the stairs, and they see Falbin's head first. I'll say that as your head breaches the landing, they can only see you right off the bat. And the Minotaur goes, oh, it's just that one Medusa guy we were supposed to meet.
Question. How steep are these stairs?
Pretty steep.
Yeah, because wouldn't his head like show up at the same time as little old Falvin's?
Well, I mean, unless you guys
Yeah,
are like
that's-
walking directly behind each other, like, I mean,
as we always do,
Okay.
well, I mean, that is a fair point.
on the same tread.
I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt so that Falvin can
Fine.
maybe say words before they
That's fine.
freak
That's
out.
No, I was just wondering who was pulling the lever.
So Falvin, we'll say you
Wow.
meet eyes with the Minotaur, and she asks you like, or she says, you know, like, hey, you're late.
Oh, does he? Does the Minotaur have to roll
Well,
a save?
okay. No, they don't. They don't meet eyes.
Sorry. Yeah.
You know how you've talked to every NPC so far this campaign. You just do that. So
Yeah,
Falvin,
that.
what
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
say in response?
Seems our fame has gotten to such a point that traveling is becoming a bit of a problem. I'm sorry for the delay.
What do you... Oh, right, yeah. I thought you meant why I would recognize you. I was told you were coming, but, I mean... No, yeah, cool. Good for you. Anyway, all right, well, stairs are on the other side. Make your way up.
Okay.
Thanks. Come on, guys.
And I'm just gonna keep walking like it's totally normal that there's more
Okay.
of us.
You
And
brought +4.
as soon as Shade's huge tiger head breaches the staircase, the centaur kind of staggers back and bumps into the barrel and chair. He goes, whoa, okay, no, we got more, guys, we got more. And they brandish their weapons. And I'll say you got like one chance to try to stop something from happening, or we're gonna roll initiative.
Yeah, like a 40 roll would be really good.
I would say there is no need for concern. What we do together. And there's no need for concern.
Cool. Roll a persuasion check at disadvantage.
You're gonna be like, roll initiative.
While he's saying that, Shade would at least put up, one empty hand, the other hand just kind of like holding his glaive in a non-threatening manner. Just kind of.
Would
like,
you say you're helping him roll by doing this?
I would like to say I'm helping him
So
roll.
roll just a
Trying to-
flat persuasion roll, because Shade is giving his best good kitty vibes.
Okay. I'm trying to find the dice selector.
Can you not
Why
roll it
can't
from your
I
character
find-
sheet?
I want to roll a d40.
Oh,
Ooh. /R
it's down.
1
Yeah, that's
D40.
probably-
Yeah, because there's not a D40 by default. Wow.
Wow, would you like to use your inspiration?
I'm gonna
to
use
redo
an
that?
inspiration.
Well, that's the thing,
to
though.
re-roll that.
That's
Can
the
I-
thing, though. You can't. I think we discussed that last time.
Okay, I think you did.
Well, it was worth a try.
It was worth it. It could be really good, but it doesn't always. So he sees you like, I don't know. I think the centaur, she's like really leaning on your words, and then gives one more look at Shade and looks at that terrifying glaive, and says, "Nope." And draws their weapons, and we're gonna roll initiative. So let me get an encounter going. Okay, you guys can roll initiative whenever you want.
Interesting.
I'm really good at being quiet and sneaky in the front. Not so good at talking to people.
Yeah, you usually stab people before you have to get to that point.
Yep,
I knew
that's
there
my
was
preferred order.
there was a chance that this went totally sideways, or not.
Well,
Let's see.
this is what happens when you take the Maltese. You get what comes to you.
Yep.
Evil doers.
Okay, so Falbin, you are up first. No surprise. Let me reorganize you guys a little bit. So Falbin, you would be like right here at the top of the stairs. Shade, you'd be right behind, and then Magus, and then Theo, or the other way.
Megas send me.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
Magus
Magus,
and Theo.
and then Theo, and I'm just gonna put Kyra and them over here. Okay.
Now, Falbin, don't forget that you have those shiny new boots.
Can I? We did a long rest before we got in here, right?
Yeah.
So I forgot to do that, and there's like an item that's not recharging. That
Oh,
I
okay.
need.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll make sure that I've rested my longness as well.
I can't find anything on the sheet. Well, not important.
What's the thing you're looking for?
It's a. I don't need it for this turn.
Okay.
All right, so I can't really see anything. I'm going to assume
Oh,
that
okay. Sorry, I will
Theo
describe.
and I are shoulder to shoulder.
Theo is below you because you're at the top of the
Okay,
circular
okay.
stairs. Yeah. Let me make sure
Okay.
that there is global vision on so you can see everything. Yeah, global illumination is on.
Yeah, it's definitely illuminated. It's just all gray squares to me.
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay. So,
So there's a guy about 10
Let's
feet
see
away
here.
from you on the same level, and then a guy. So that's to your left, to the north, and then there's another Minotaur to the south, closer to those valves. There's a Minotaur all the way across the room, but I'm gonna say they have 3/4 cover because they're behind this nest of pipes. And then there's the.
what can I tell about her?
So she is pretty gritty looking. She's got an eye patch and what items does she have? She's got 2 like bearded hand axes. She looks like she's a pretty competent fighter.
Okay. Well, what I'm gonna do is I am going to attack this boy.
Oh, it's a girl.
Well,
Yeah, come on. Why are you assuming things?
I just all Minotaurs. I'm pretty racist
It's
about it.
it's a womanitar.
Oh my God.
A Wutar.
Wutar.
All right, so
Wutar ain't
I'm
nothing
gonna
to
go
fuck
ahead
with.
and attack that up. I guess
Yeah. Sounds good.
need to do because I have advantage on this because it's the first turn. It's been a while. Combat. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I get Elven advantage and I roll that.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
24 to hit.
Yeah.
That's good. That'll work.
Definitely.
Okay, then I will roll damage with sneak attack to it. This guy.
And because they haven't taken an action, it's an automatic crit, right? Is that what it was?
If they're
no, that's if they're
surprised.
surprised.
Oh, if they're surprised.
So 9 damage on that, and
Okay.
then sneak attack.
Good sneak attack. Well, average sneak attack. Still 20 damage right off the bat. You throw. Did you throw your dagger? Yeah, you're not standing next to it.
I did. I did.
Throw your dagger. Cut a slice of her ear, sending a little blood spraying against the wall.
And then what I am going to do is I'm gonna just. Oh my. This is gonna be interesting. I'm just gonna do it again.
Okay. A 26? Yeah, absolutely. For 10 more
10 more.
piercing. Damn. Yeah, you do your 1-2 rebound throw, and they're looking injured. Anything else?
Can I? It would probably take an action to get around Shade on the staircase, right?
I'll say we'll make Shade difficult terrain. Shade and these boxes
Okay.
would be difficult terrain, but you could move.
Okay. I don't see any boxes, but I'd like to
Okay.
get out of the way of Shade.
Okay, so if we go 5, 10,
would that be
15,
like over here?
20, if you want to, you get up on this pile of boxes, and that'd be like 30 feet.
Okay.
Cool. So we'll say you're about 5 feet off the ground, up on these boxes. You are about 10 feet from this uninjured Minotaur, and you're really close to this. Well, you're close to one of the first valves. Okay, cool. I'll go ahead and advance over. I don't know why this one Minotaur has like a group of initiatives. So Anyway,
Yeah, I'm with him.
you're with him, yeah. Okay, so this one Minotaur across the room, you hear like playing cards get like fluttered, thrown across the room, and she picks up her great axe off the ground, and she's starting to run around the pipes. So it goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and it's going to stop here. And then, let's see. She's going to hold an action. Shade.
Alright, with Falbin out of the way, I will go. And then yeah, I'll take another step right there.
Okay. You're about same height, maybe a little shorter than this Minotaur. Have you ever fought? Well, besides the Butcher. Well, you fought the Butcher. The Butcher was bigger.
Yep. the Butcher and the Skeletal Minotaurs.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. They were all probably taller than these Minotaurs.
Yeah. So he's seen bigger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I will. Let me make sure. Let's see here. Make sure. Yeah, I'm gonna swing at this one with the butt of my
Oh, okay. Yeah.
how can I where is it? Oh, it's not on there. I don't actually, now that I think about it, I don't know that I actually have it set as whatever. Alright, so it'll act like a glaive attack, but instead of doing the normal damage, it'll be the 1d4 bludgeoning
Okay.
for my first attack.
Nice. Yeah, roll attack. A 20? Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So yeah, so I hit it with a bludgeoning attack, you said? I hit it?
You did. Mm-hmm.
Alright, so I will roll the boy. This is frustrating. So now I don't remember what all my Alright, I'm gonna roll damage with my glaive just so I know what my oh, there we go. Yeah, we'll just grab that. There we go.
Okay, so 7 bludgeoning damage as you smack her with the back of the glaive.
Yep.
Nice.
And with that, with my crusher feet, she gets moved back 5 feet
Sick.
into an
Okay.
unoccupied square.
I'll say since there really aren't. Well, no, she gets knocked kind of back into this little mess of pipes. Kind of knocks over the barrel. And, wait, does she have to make a strength save?
No.
No.
Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack that deals bludgeoning damage, you can move it 5 feet to an
Wow.
unoccupied space, provided the target is no more than one size larger than you.
That's pretty baller. Okay, yeah, you do it. Yeah, she's like, well, I'll save against this. Oh no. Sick. Okay, anything else?
Since she's still within my range, I'll take another swipe at her with the other end of my glaive.
Oh, the Sharpie end.
Yep.
Not
There's always
Sharpie.
writing with it.
Ooh, almost a crit. A 27.
Wow.
Very nice.
Almost.
Oh, nearly full damage too. 13 damage as you slash her right across the middle, sending a good amount of blood. Her wrestling belt kind of comes undone and falls to the floor, because Minotaurs always have wrestling belts, you know.
Oh yeah.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Belt buckle.
Practically naked without it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my bonus action is to enter my stance. My
Damn.
tunnel fighter stance.
That's a lot of economy in that turn. Okay. All right. So the captain of the bandits is up next, and what she is gonna do is you see her turn towards these valves, and she is going to. You know what? One thing I forgot to mention. Shade, since you've been really close to this, you and this Minotaur are close, you know.
No, we go way back.
You go way back, yeah. I don't know why the combat suddenly stopped, but combat music. Anyway, you notice that they're wearing like some kind of apparatus, Sigh,
definitely.
over their mouths. So you've probably never seen anything like this, but everybody in here are wearing these mask type things. And anyway, so the bandit captain, who you guys can't really see behind these Minotaurs, you see her run over. She hasn't drawn her weapons, and you start to hear a squeaking sound as a wheel is being turned. And let's see, she's going to turn the green one. So
Oh, not that lever!
she turns the green one, and a pleasant smelling green vapor starts to pour out of the valve, and starts to rapidly fill the room. I need everybody to make Constitution saving throws.
Come on, veggies. Oh, yeah.
Look at you guys. Healthy. Yeah, you guys take a deep breath, and you're fine for now. Okay, she is going to she's then going to move to the she's going to move to the black vial, or the black valve, and end her turn. It is now Theo's turn.
Since Magus is in front of me, I'm going to see if I can jump up where this, like,
Okay, yeah.
where the staircase first.
You can mantle
appears,
up there.
and
We'll
see if
say
I
it's
do
double,
it, yeah.
like it's difficult terrain, but yeah, easy.
So
You're an athletic boy.
I'll swoop and be right there. And let's see. What would happen if I did one of these?
I'm so curious.
I'm trying to remember how to cast spells. It's been so long.
Just click on the thing.
Click on the cast the spell.
What are we casting?
Whoa.
Thunderwave. Okay. Oh, yeah. So it'll be both of these Minotaurs get caught in this. Sick. Okay. So they're gonna make Constitution saving throws.
So what's the furthest I can be away? Well, can I still be over here and cast that?
You could, but
Can I like come over here and
yeah, you could do that.
kind of get behind these?
Well, so the cube emanates with you at the center of one of the faces of the cube. So I think as long as Magus's head is down, it should be fine. Like I think it's reasonable.
He's already got tinnitus. It's fine.
Because you could literally. Okay, you don't want to get in melee range with them. I understand.
Right, yeah.
All right, Magus, you better duck. Yeah, because you can do it from there. That's fine. So let's
right.
have them roll their Constitution saves. Not good. Oh wait. And good. All right, so which one's which? Which one is which? We'll say
That's a great question.
the one in the front succeeds. The one in the back actually fails. So they're gonna take what 14 if they failed. 14 thunder
Yep.
damage.
And then get pushed. So if you succeed,
And
you take half
7.
damage, and then you get. If you don't, then you get pushed back 10. and
10
take full
feet.
damage.
Nice. Okay, so the Minotaur in the back gets knocked back 10 feet, stumbling over the pipes that run along the floor. The one in the front stays steadfast, but does take a little thunder damage, and all your ears ring.
And then with my bonus action, I will do Hunter's Mark
Okay.
on this
The front
closest
guy?
one to me. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you do like a little anime, like glasses glint, push up with your finger thing.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Okay, is that your turn?
Yep. And then Rue is gonna
Oh, right, fuck.
swoop in, attack this fella. Yeah. Likes to get up close and personal. Talons. Yeah.
Rue is amazing. Not gonna hit though.
That amazing. Great.
So close.
Hi. Gonna kind of come back over here and kind of hover above the stairs so that's not in the way of Magus, but it's still like protected, so like one of them couldn't reach it without falling into the stairs.
Yeah. So that will provoke an opportunity attack. That moving back away.
That's gross.
Are you okay with that? It's just an opportunity attack.
Yeah.
It's just,
Fine.
yeah, it's just an opportunity attack.
Is that
gonna
cool?
pull a
Is
lever.
that cool with you?
I mean, it's the roll, isn't it?
If you're moving away, it is. Okay.
I don't want to stay there.
Here it comes. Let's see. Wow, he rolled bad, or she rolled bad. It's a 9. So Rue is able to dodge out of the way of the axe.
Aerial maneuver like a boss.
Amazing. It does a little barrel roll. Sick. Good job. Okay, so the that same Minotaur is it's just gonna step right up to you, and it's gonna go after Theo. And
Hi.
she's going to recklessly attack you, so she's going to get advantage on the melee weapon attack.
Nice.
Actually, you know what? Hold on.
Come at me.
Instead,
Oh,
since you thunder waved, she didn't like that. She's going to back up one step, lower her head, and charge at you.
yes. I'll put my horns down too.
Oh yeah, you have horns too. Oh my god. Okay, so it's gonna be a gore attack at advantage. And let's see what we got. That's a 24 to hit. So
That
The
misses.
horns, they do nothing.
so you're gonna take 11 piercing damage.
Gross.
Honestly, the great axe would have been more powerful, but you know, it's fun. Oh, hold on, I forgot. You take an extra amount of piercing damage from the gore, so that's an extra
thank you.
2d8.
Excellent. Woo!
So that's an extra 8 piercing damage, and I need you to make a
Yep.
strength saving throw. You're shooting
Yeah,
for
why
a
not?
14.
All right. My strength is not my strength.
Yeah. Hey, but that's a
nailed it.
16. Yeah, so you do lower your horns, and you do clash horns with this
That's right.
Minotaur, and
Hey, like these bad boys.
like Captain America
Tangle with
versus
this.
Thanos. Yeah. Amazing. Okay, so Magus, you're up next. You have just ducked down as a thunder wave blast
Yep.
goes over your head, and then you look back up over the stairs to see Theo and this Minotaur clash horns. Theo taking the brunt of it.
So with the stairs, the three-dimensional aspect of this is a little bit weird. Am
So
I
it-
currently in melee range with this Minotaur?
I'll say yes, but it'll be at disadvantage because you're standing with just your head over the floor. you need to climb the stairs higher to. You need to step.
Right.
Which actually, that is still
ankles.
that is still diagonally. It's still adjacent to the Minotaur if you just go one step here.
I'm not wanting to do that.
Okay.
Yeah. He's not
So
one to
I'm
have
actually
this-
going to pull a Theo, and I'm gonna move over the.
So you mantle up onto the floor.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
How?
You have the wrong
There, that's the
tool
button.
selected. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you do like a third-person action game mantle up. You Nathan Drake up onto the floor. Yeah.
And I'm gonna still try and salvage this.
Are you?
Yeah, I am. The face went last. This is a bad plan. But I'm going to say like, whoa, Ouroboros, everyone, Ouroboros! Like, it's terrible if like we're supposed to be here on diplomacy. We don't want to like all be killing each other first thing.
Roll a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Ooh.
40?
You can use your 40
I feel-
for disadvantage.
I can, but I feel we're still, even if things go bad, we're gonna survive this. I'm gonna save the 40 for the Lady of Coin.
Okay.
I mean, what could go wrong, right?
The wise
Could
man
go
said.
wrong. That woman with the bearded axe is probably the lady.
Still not too bad.
So a
but
15.
not great.
A 15. She looks at you and she says, "Oh, so you've had some run-ins with us. Too bad that's an old password, buddy."
I thought it would still check out.
You thought wrong, dude.
I've been out of town.
We change them every 2
In that
days
case-
or every day.
That must be incredibly taxing.
What you don't know
In
is
the
it's
logistics.
just Ouroboros 1 today.
Oh my god.
Don't
trigger
the day of the month.
There's just a notepad over in the corner with
It's
like
actually a capital A this month, and you didn't say it right.
you didn't put the dollar sign in the S. Come on.
It's a 0 instead of an O.
Oh my god.
Zero, Boris.
Oh. Yeah, so no.
But okay, that ain't gonna work. So
I knew you were gonna
instead I'm
try
going to
that.
yeah. Why wouldn't I? If we had been actually smart and gotten healing potions before we tried this encounter, I would have instead.
That guy was a swindler.
Yeah. Oh well.
There's other places to buy.
I would have
It's
tried
fine.
to heal the injured Minotaur to add to that a little bit. but
Oh,
We
no.
have lay on hands. We are self-sufficient. We don't need no
I don't
alchemist.
have lay on hands. Anyway, I'm going to summon Mage Hand to close the green valve.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna have you roll and because it's not a super easy move, and the Mage Hand can only move 10 pounds. So I'm gonna have you roll an Arcana check to see how much oomph you can get out of your Mage Hand.
Oh, yes. Oh, they have a nice sound.
It's plus 11, but it's still a 1. Well,
Yeah,
it depends on how you roll these things.
No, I'm gonna say that's not enough. So the Mage Hand
Dang.
floats over to the valve and pulls on it. It's not able to get it to turn.
All right.
It's 10.001 pounds.
Right. We were really looking for 10.2. Not quite. It was a good idea though. It's just a shame that it was a 1.
Yep.
If you wanted to inspire it, you could have though.
I could have, but again, like, I don't feel like this is the time.
Okay, no problem. Anything else?
I think that's everything.
Okay. Did you bonus action? Do
Unless you would let me interact with the valve not as an action but as a bonus or a free action.
It would be. It takes an action for the person who turned it to turn it. So I'm going to say it's also an action to
Okay.
turn it off.
All right.
If it wasn't the case, I would have said maybe. Anyway, cool. On
Yeah.
on to the
that's-
next one.
That's me.
Okay, so this injured minotaur that is clattered amongst the rubble off to the side of the wall, she says, "Yeah, I don't get paid enough for this," and she's gonna try to escape across the other side of the room. To 5. Actually, Shade, she is leaving your zone.
Yeah, attack of opportunity.
Are you gonna
Winter Tiger, get in there.
just in
With
case you want to sentinel?
Magus just trying to salvage the situation, he will let her go.
Okay. Wow. Is this a first?
Oh,
He'll kind of like gesture at her, make sure she knows I could, and let her go.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna give you inspiration for that because not only is it a mechanical disadvantage, it's also very much within Shade's persona. So you have both like hurt yourself mechanically and played into your character. So I'm gonna give you inspiration for that. Okay, so she's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. She's gonna go to the stairs. And actually, she's gonna dash and run up the stairs. And she's gone. Back up to Falbin. You are up on top of this little stack of boxes. There is a minotaur right in front of you that has just gored Theo. And you see across the room. No, there's too much cover.
Right, so I can't.
Well, you could, but she would have.
leader of the bandits?
She'd have +4 cover.
But am I familiar with the things she's pulling on?
Yeah, you saw
can I
you
see
saw
those?
her open the green valve, and a bunch of green gas started coming out, and that's still coming out of the. It's still pouring into the room, and she is like getting ready to turn another valve.
And they're valves, and they're like over here-ish.
Yeah, there are 4 that are just kind of evenly spaced along this bottom wall.
Okay. So where's the green one?
The green one is the second valve right here. It is.
Here-ish.
It is. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Like 20 feet away from you.
Right. So if I stood like on the other side of the Minotaur, can I reach it diagonally?
Yeah, I'll say so. Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So you're gonna move around to the other side of the Minotaur, and then.
And I'm gonna close the valve.
Okay, cool. So that takes an action, and you are able to close the valve, and the green gas starts to dissipate. Good thing you did that. Cool. So that's an action. What else?
So she's like half cover now.
Yeah, only +2 to her AC right now.
Okay. I'm gonna use my bonus action to attack
Okay.
her with my rebound dagger.
Yep.
I'm specifically like, I'm assuming she's like at minimum showing intent, reaching for.
Yeah, she's got her hands out, and there's a drum roll. Yeah.
Let me see here. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to throw the rebound dagger into her hand.
Ooh, okay.
Is going for the valve. That's what I'm gonna go for.
I'll give you a mechanical advantage. Like if you're trying to stop her from opening the valve, I will give you some. I will give you that, but it's gonna make the shot harder. Are you comfortable with that trade-off?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll say it's gonna be a +4 to AC rather than +2. But if you do hit, she's gonna not be able to use her action to open that.
All right. Don't tell me the result
Okay.
right away. And I'm gonna re-roll that
Okay.
with inspiration.
Wow.
That's better.
28 just hits. Her hard light shield kind of like shatters. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, you hit with a 28. I don't believe you will have sneak attack since you don't have an ally
Correct.
within 5 feet of them.
Oh, I'm rolling damage. Sorry.
You don't have to.
I thought I was just getting the mechanical advantage.
Oh no, yeah, you'll do damage too.
Cool. 9.
Aren't I nice? Yeah.
And I'll as the attack lands, I'm assuming her hand, I'm gonna shout across the room, "Hands off the levers!"
Okay. She replies. She looks back at you and replies, "Oh, you just messed up, buddy."
And to that, I'm gonna just toss my hood back, and all of my snake hairs are gonna hiss back.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna say you are now considered a hostile combatant, whereas you weren't before. But at least by these guys. All right. Any movement? Anything else you want to do?
Let's see.
You can use your boots.
I have to use a bonus action for that,
Okay.
and I've already used that to attack.
You know what?
So I can't use the boots.
I'm also going to give you an inspiration die because you really did a lot of battlefield control there and also put yourself at a disadvantage in order to help the team. So very cool stuff.
All right. I would like to move from where I'm at. I don't like where I'm at.
You can do that. You'll take an opportunity attack. You wouldn't before.
Can I get right on the other side of this guy again?
Yeah. Well, 5, 10, 15. How much movement do you have? 30 or 40?
30.
30. I'll say you can get right back here, so you're not exactly where you were before, but you're really close. Let's see. 5,
I think what I'm gonna do is, can I go up here by
yep.
Omegas?
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna do that.
That'll give you pretty much total cover behind this little wall thing.
Oh, cool. There's a wall.
There is a wall. Yeah, you move up kind of behind the nest of pipes in the abdomen of the statue.
Yep.
All right, nice turn.
I'm done.
Nice turn. Okay, so the Minotaur that got blasted back by the thunder wave is going to stand up and is gonna run up and say, "Okay, there's just room for one." No, I'm not gonna actually say that. Here it comes, and she's gonna hit you with a great axe or try to hit you.
She's trying to hit me?
Yep, that's a nat 20.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing I have uncanny dodge and I can half whatever this is.
Yep. So the damage. I love when I say, "Oh, that's a good damage roll." Oh my god! Oh my god! That's 50 damage, bro.
Is that the 50 halved or
No,
that's
the
it'll
raw.
Be 25?
It'll be 25. Holy crap!
Wow.
She just like comes skidding around the corner and just with an overhead slash, just like, you messed up. And you are able to like tuck and roll away, but you take a pretty nasty gouge from that great axe. Okay, they don't get extra attack. Shade.
All right then. Shade ain't so happy about this.
Yeah, Shade doesn't usually like when people hurt his friends.
Nope. All right. Shoot, I can't end my turn on an ally.
Nope.
And enemies are considered difficult terrain moving through them, right?
Actually, friends are. I think enemies, you have to use an action to get through them with the overrun
Oh, okay.
thing. Let's see. When a creature tries to move through a hostile creature space, you can try to force your way through by overrunning the hostile creature. As an action or a bonus action, you make a athletics check contested by their athletics, and they would have advantage against you since they're bigger. If you win, you can move through their space. It doesn't count as difficult terrain.
Okay.
You want to try it?
No.
Okay. I mean, you can attack
All right.
through them. It'll just, they'll have a little cover.
Yeah, I'm going to start with the one that just attacked Falbin. And I'm going to, again, use my glaive pommel on it.
Okay. Nice, 23. Yeah, that hits.
Cool.
I'm gonna try to say the results of the die rolls more, because when I'm re-listening to it, like in the car, and like all I'm getting is like, oh, that's a miss, or oh, that's a hit. Like I want to. I'm not looking at the screen. So yeah, 23 to hit, 6 bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning, and
Bonk.
once per turn, I push it back 5 feet. I'd like to push it back.
I don't know why I'm thinking that gif of Danny DeVito pushing the people off the roof with the 2x4. Okay, and you push him. That's so cool, man. So
I know, that's why I took that feat. I was
so
like-
cool.
And with that now open, I'm going to move here.
But wait, didn't they leave my attack?
Oh,
range?
they did. Yeah, let's go ahead.
Forced.
Oh, forced
is
movement.
not-
You're right.
Damn it! You don't have to. You don't have to be
Tiger
a lawyer.
Lawyer Tiger.
guys, come on.
Tiger lawyer has to tiger lawyer.
You're not a defense prosecutor except for us.
You know, so just an aside, when we first started this campaign, I was like, I wonder if we'll ever have like campaign-specific inside jokes. Like, I don't know. I feel like only professional like parties have that. We have Tiger Lawyer. Tiger Lawyer is it is only within this game, and it's our little thing, and I love it. All right.
All right, with that one pushed out of the way, Shade will swing his glaive at this other one for my second attack.
I love the visual of you just like reaching over your friends, bonking this minotaur in the head, and then like, oops, good, coming right through you.
I like to think it's like as he took his step forward, he like reversed his hold on his glaive, slammed the pommel into the middle of its chest. It wasn't expecting it. Just takes a step back, and he just like steps right between Magus and Falbin to be right there.
Sick, so cool. And then which one are you slashing?
The other one.
The other one, okay.
The one in the middle of everybody.
Okay. That's
not so great.
Yeah, it's not gonna hit, but still sick. Really, really cool.
Yep. And then with my bonus action, since I'm probably not going to get much in the way of attacks opportunities, I'm going to summon my Echo right here. Actually, wait. Right here.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, let me get him on the board. Where did I put him? Echo. Where the hell is he?
Polo.
Where are you?
Echo.
He's on here somewhere. I just don't know where I put him. Okay, I'm gonna.
He's hiding. He's
gonna-
very, very sneaky.
He's very sneaky. Okay, there he is. Is that okay where he is? Or did you want him up here?
I was putting him over here.
Oh, on the other side. Got it.
Yeah, 15 feet away, so.
Amazing. Okay, so very cool. Next up, the bandit captain, who Falbin, you hurt her hand that she was going to turn the valve. So she grits her teeth, and around the corner you can see her move away from the valve and kind of behind the same mess of pipes that you're hiding behind, and you can no longer see her. Is she moving out of the range of your echo?
No, she's still within 10 feet, so she's still within my range.
She is going to start climbing the pipes, however. So
then she will take an attack of opportunity. So I will target her and... Yeah, I'm going to re-roll that one.
Okay.
With inspiration.
Okay. You could just add 5.
Nah, I'm good. I'll re-roll.
Ooh, much better. Okay, you see her like going to try to block it, and then realizing there's no way, she just turns to start to run, and you do catch her. So you're gonna do some damage.
Yep.
Nice. 12
And
slashing.
she can't move.
Can't move. Okay. Yeah. So she's like holding her hand and holding her leg like Ace Ventura with like the spears in his knees, just like and so she can't move at all.
Yeah, her speed is 0.
Okay, so then she's going to throw a dagger at the shade, or at the echo. Sorry.
Okay.
They're smart.
I'm gonna add +5 to that with my DM inspiration.
Man.
And so it's a 21 to hit. The Echo
goes
is
down.
gone. And she has now 3/4 cover behind. Actually, for Shade, she has 3/4 cover. For everybody else, she has full cover. Okay, Theo, you have this Minotaur right up in your face. What are you doing?
I'm just verifying something real quick.
Yeah. This is fun.
Okay, so she has full cover for me then?
Yeah.
Dang. My sharpshooter
hold on,
lets
let
me
me-
ignore
let me-
half and 3/4.
Well, so if there were not a Minotaur and a Shade in the way, it would just be 3/4. But because there's also them in the way, it's +4 on top of 3/4. So like,
His
I
perch on the boxes
suppose,
doesn't help.
Well-
just
hold on, let me see what I can give you.
trying to sweeten the deal.
Yeah, because I really want to shoot her other hand.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say that all you're competing against is the +4 that the Minotaur and Shade are incurring. But she does not have the 3/4 cover.
Still quite the shot.
It's the best offer I can give.
I really want to shoot that other hand. Just really disarm her.
They're so mean.
But I'll just focus on the guy that's literally in front of me.
Probably a good idea. You could disengage, because a musket shot at close range is going to be a disadvantage.
Well, let me check something.
All right.
Shotgun mode.
I don't think you have that yet.
Shotgun mode. I don't have that yet.
That needs to happen.
Okay, it's only long ranged. Okay, so what I'll do then is use my bonus action to use Misty Step,
Nice.
and I will clear the area. Ooh, look at that radius.
So cool. Look at that. You could go anywhere. Anywhere in this 30-foot.
I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna sit in this chair.
You just Misty Step to the chair. Ooh, that looks comfy.
Yeah, this is great. I love this.
Oh,
Now I'm gonna shoot that Minotaur.
it's like a TV husband while his wife is at the mall.
Exactly.
It's such a cool sound effect. Oh my god.
Somebody made that for me. It's
I did.
pretty sick. I know.
So which one are you shooting? The one that was hitting you?
Yeah,
Okay.
and he also has Hunter's Mark on him.
Wow. So 13 raw damage from the bullet. Good roll.
Where is...
Hunter's Mark I believe is 1d6.
I'm just trying to...
So just to confirm.
There it
Yeah,
is.
1d6.
Then I can just roll straight on it.
Okay, so another 2. Okay. Just
And that's me.
a little beat up, but doing otherwise
And then-
kind of okay.
Rue will come over here and kind of chill with me, and
Why are you invisible?
because I teleported.
Oh,
You can't... From now on, you cannot see me.
All right, sounds good.
It's a side effect of the magic that I used.
So Rue comes and sits on the barrel and throws some pinions.
On me, so it
Oh,
looks
on
like it's
you.
just like sitting in the air.
So
because I'm
weird.
invisible.
So weird. I like how you're not even asking me if it hit. I mean, you're right, but 17 to hit for 4 more damage from those pinions storm.
Nice.
Nice.
I'll chill over here now.
Good turn. Man, you guys are... Combat is awesome. Okay. Which one are you? Okay, the one that you just fled away from. Let's see. It's gonna attack Shade. It's going to attack Shade. with its great axe. It's going to recklessly attack you, so it'll be at advantage. That is a 19, which does not hit.
Does not hit.
You are armored AF.
And he's got a +1 like a boss.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Which it would have hit were it not a +1. So Theo, thank you.
See?
Look at that.
Boom.
Yup.
Okay,
Artificers.
that's its turn. Magus.
Question. These apparati that they are wearing,
Yeah.
how securely are they fastened?
I mean, they have a strap that goes around the back of the head.
Is this like COVID mask secure? Or is
No,
it
it's like it's like a gas mask.
Oh.
Gas mask. Okay.
You know that to mean.
And yeah. I really should have had them speaking muffled this whole time. I'm really sorry.
What?
What do you mean?
What?
Yeah, I'm gonna try something interesting. I'm gonna try and use Mage Hand to pull the gas mask. Well, let's see.
So you would
how
know
much
that
taller
the
is
gas,
this thing than me?
the gas has dissipated since the valve
yeah.
has turned off. But you can still do it. How much? What?
How much taller are they? Could I do this
they're
by
like-
hand or
they're
by
like
Mage Hand?
They're like 8 feet tall. I'll say you'd need to like
Okay.
kind of jump.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to picture
Yeah,
an
I'm gonna
8 foot
Mage
tall
Hand.
person in front of me.
Yeah. I will again attempt Mage Hand
Okay,
and try to Mage Hand
I'll say
off of that one.
Yeah, I'll say it just works. It doesn't take 10 pounds to remove it.
Alright.
So you pop it off, and she goes,
Yep.
"Okay, hey, what?"
I'm still wanting us to all be equals here.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe give me a gold piece or something. I'll take off my mask. This is a fashion statement. You could have just done nothing.
Inside
I
check.
put the mask on and say, and now I'm rocking it.
It's way bigger. It's so much bigger on you.
Yeah.
I've stolen your dignity and your dignity.
There's no seal. Like, it does not seal at all around your face. She's just like, you look
Like
ridiculous.
blocking half of your eyesight
Yep.
because the nose piece goes up so far.
She says, I wasn't going to attack you, but I will this time.
Why? I'm clearly ridiculous and not a threat.
Yeah, I kind of hate that more. I realize we're going against the rules of soliloquy in D&D combat right now, but anything else?
Nope.
Okay, cool. All right, so the wounded minotaur that is gone, and then back up at the top of the round, Falbin.
Oh.
Oh.
So, sorry again, but all I have is great squares.
That's okay.
What kind of maneuverability do I have between me and the...
So,
Captain.
directly in line with you is a wall that you cannot pass.
Okay.
Diagonally down and then across is open space, but you will be walking directly past a minotaur, potentially risking an opportunity attack. You could try to climb up the pipes that are above you here. Those are your routes. Yeah. There is also potentially a way around the very back of the pipes, but it'll just take more movement.
Right.
This looks like
Yeah,
that old
remember
Windows
that.
95 screensaver.
I don't want to...
Yeah, you can not do that. That's fine.
so that's like 15...
What's kind of the aim? Like, what are you looking to try to do? Maybe I can
Well,
help you out.
I think I can close on her with a dash.
Yeah. I'll say you could close on her without a dash. If you go the south way, you're just gonna risk an opportunity attack, which you're,
Right.
Or two.
Oh yeah, it would be 2. Yeah, you're right.
Not
You could
great.
also disengage and get the same distance.
I don't have any of my assassin-y goodness. So sad. Next time I should stock up when we haven't made enemies of the chemist.
That chemist made enemies of us.
You haven't. Actually, no, since you're famous and associated with each other, you're probably all enemies.
They probably know us. I guess what I'm gonna do is disengage with a bonus action.
Yep.
I'm going to take 2 steps back, next to my buddy.
Cool.
You can't see me.
You can just sense him
And
there.
then I'm gonna go ahead and attack the
This
Minotaur nearest the stairs.
Okay. They'll have a +2 of cover because of Magus. But
Yeah.
you can. That actually, because of the +2, is going to be a miss.
Yeah. Shot. All right.
Do you want to add inspiration?
Well, can I do that knowing the result now?
I didn't really give you an opportunity.
I would +5.
Go for it.
Okay, it is +5.
So that'll be a hit with a 20.
And do that, and
I want you guys to win.
follow that up with a sneak attack.
Nice. So a total of 24 damage. Okay. Cool. This one's looking pretty bad.
And that'll be my turn.
Okay. Solid. All right. The Minotaur in the middle. He's gonna make one more attack at Shade. Why not? Recklessly.
Yeah. Okay.
Why not? That's a 22, which is a hit. Look at that.
It'll hit.
And that'll be 2 12s. Woo! 20. Sorry, I'm sorry. 28
Wow.
slashing damage from the great axe.
That's very inappropriate.
As she just like and just slashes horizontally.
28.
28.
Whoosh.
Yeah. And she's just like foaming at the mouth. And she's gonna stay there. But it is your turn.
Cool. I'm going to. There's bonuses for flanking, right?
Yeah, if you are on opposite sides, there's
Yep.
you get
I'm
+2.
gonna my bonus action to summon my
Ah.
echo right here.
Okay. Bada boom. He goes, "Hey, what's up?"
Yup.
Actually, he
then-
never speaks, right? Because he's just like,
No.
I love that. I love that.
And then I will use my pommel strike to lead as my lead
Cool.
on that one.
Me and my echo, we still
Glaive.
never talk sometimes.
Pretty much.
Okay, so you'll get a +2 for this. I mean, you don't really even need it. It's a 20 to hit.
Cool. Come on. Yeah. Let me need to get my bonuses back off this. Go. There we go.
For 6 bludgeoning damage.
And now, since yeah, I'm actually just gonna do that again. Ah, so close.
That's a 25. So close. Oh, for the crit, yeah.
Yep.
25 hits for another 5 damage.
And then I'm gonna use one of my Unleash incarnations to attack from my Echo.
Okay.
And I'll just do a normal attack.
That's a 9.
That was crappy. No, I'll just leave it.
Do you want to leave
All
it?
right.
Okay.
Yep,
Still
I'll
solid.
leave it.
Solid. Okay, the captain is gonna. We'll say it'll be 10 feet of movement to get up here, and she's gonna be up on top of this little wall thing. And she's going to. She's gonna run across the wall and then leap over and try to land on top of Magus.
Well, right about here, she would enter my range.
So she's up high. She's up high. She's 10 feet
Is she
up
still
off the
within-
ground.
His glaive is high too.
She would
So
be.
then
She'd be right
I guess
here.
where she's at.
Yeah.
All right, that's where she'd enter my range.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I'm taking a swipe.
You gotta. That's what you do.
I gotta. I don't have a choice, man.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna inspiration that one.
Okay.
Just... Why is it saying it's from my echo? Yeah, I'm gonna inspiration that
Okay.
one.
Still
much
a miss.
better.
She's doing a gainer off the wall, and she like neo dodges your glaive, and she comes in, and Mega, she's got these two hand axes, actually just the one because her other hand is hurt, and she's just like flying off this wall, and she lands next to you, and she's gonna hit you. She's gonna attack you 3 times with her axe.
Neat.
First one is a 16. The second one is a 14, and the third one is a 19. Do any of those hit?
Let's see. I believe the last one hits because I cast shield.
Okay, cool. So you see her coming, you pull up the shield, she goes, jumps off the wall, clashes off the shield, and then wildly strikes, missing the second one, but then she is able to find a weakness and cut you through the shield with that last attack. And that'll be only 4 slashing damage. So that is her turn. Up next is Theo. See this this bandit captain just jumped off and attacked Magus.
Whoa. Those are some sick moves. I'm going to aim for the Minotaur because
Okay, this one.
I don't like him.
You see she's doing like the Mortal Kombat stun move right now.
Yeah, it's fine. Magus has a shield.
No, I mean like she's like wobbling. Like,
Oh,
whatever. Yeah, cool. 15 does hit. For 9 piercing. Oops. Nope. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, you can control Z if you mess up. That's nice. That's good to know. Okay. Still looking pretty bad.
Then I'm looking for this.
What is this? Oh, Hunter's Mark.
Hunter's Mark.
Right. 1 more damage on Hunter's Mark.
And then I will be relaxed in my chair and recover
Kicking back.
mentally and psychologically.
I had a character that loved chairs too.
And then I'll say, Rue, it's your turn. I'm tired of doing all the work.
And Rue, yeah, just hits with a 14. For nice, 6 more damage. This Minotaur is barely alive.
Dang.
Okay, anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, so this Minotaur who you have shot and then Rue has thrown a bunch of pinions at and is just like bleeding everywhere. You see her kind of like, she kind of moves her jaw like she's using her tongue in the back of her teeth, and then you hear a crunch like she's just broken a molar as she bites down hard. And over the course of the next 6 seconds, she freezes in place and her body turns to stone. Magus.
You could probably use some hardening oil.
So.
Excuse me, softening oil. Sorry,
Yeah.
Falcon. I forgot the name of the oil.
I'm gonna make this stone even harder.
I know.
I don't know why I gave you a bottle.
Dude.
All right. So is this okay? It's they're
Well,
paralyzed.
petrified. I just don't know where the petrified
Petrified.
status is.
Okay. It's all right. I'm gonna make this easier on you. I'm going to make them dead.
So let me just read the petrified condition, just
Sure.
so that I understand exactly what it does. Petrified. A petrified creature is transformed, along with any non-magical object is wearing or carrying, into a solid, inanimate substance. Its weight increases by a factor of 10, and it ceases aging. The creature is incapacitated and is unaware of its surroundings. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage. They automatically fail strength and dex saving throws. They have resistance to all damage, and they are immune to poison and disease. So you can still damage them.
Right. Let's see. What were those? What were those saving throws again?
Strength and dex automatically fails.
And then resistance to all damage. But not immunity.
Not immune.
Okay. They're close enough to death. I think this will still work. So I'm going to move back here. And then I'm going to cast Thunder Wave. Right there.
Oh, sorry, Shade.
Good
I'm
kitty.
going to use
Good kitty.
I'm going to use my wizard feat to make sure it doesn't harm Shade. But
It's so magical.
Aw, I wish I could cheat.
and I'm going to cast it at 3rd level.
Okay. All right.
So everyone has to make a Constitution saving throw, and we're dealing with 4d8 thunder damage.
Okay. So the bandit captain rolls a 20. So that's a save. The petrified minotaur rolls an 11. That's a fail. And then the non-petrified minotaur rolls a nat 20, which is a success.
Okay. So it looks like everyone takes half damage.
No, the stone minotaur failed, right? It's
Right,
like
but he
11.
has resistance.
Oh yeah. So yeah. Mhm.
So everyone takes half damage.
Indeed.
So let's see what that roll is. I am going to empower spell and re-roll the 1.
This is gnarly.
So yeah, that's 26 damage, halved to 13 for all of them.
Okay, probably good that you, well, I mean, with your intention, good that you re-rolled it. So this thunder wave emanates out from you, and the bandit in front of you takes it just right in the face. Takes what, 13, right?
13 damage.
It shapes around Shade. So Shade,
Yep.
you hear this like go around you. And you're almost like Eye of the Storm. Like I think most of the sound goes out and away, and you're kind of like in a muffled like bubble in the middle.
I look awesome doing
oh
it.
yeah, yeah. Your fur kind of waves like dramatically. The Minotaur at the back takes 13 and is pushed away, right?
No, because they succeeded.
Oh, they succeeded. And then the petrified Minotaur shatters into a million pieces and is thrown across the room. And they'll start making their death saves next turn.
With some tweezers and a little bit of glue.
I'm pretty sure that not even resurrection can bring them back now.
Right. The living Minotaur says, Okay, well, I'm not doing that then. See you guys. Wow.
You done goofed.
I mean, I don't think they thought you were gonna kill him. Okay,
I gave them 2 chances.
you
That's
also
one more than I usually
antagonized them.
give.
You also antagonized them. Okay.
I did not antagonize
Yes, you did. You
them.
pulled you pulled their mask off.
readjusted their fashion.
Nope. I will not stand for it. You were being a bit of a dick. Anyway, so this is their house. This is where they live, man. Okay, so that Minotaur is dead. The other Minotaur is off doing who knows what, making a Costco run.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Falvin, we're back to you.
So
as it stands,
the captain has a.
sorry, the captain is right on the opposite side of Magus from you.
Yep.
And I don't think, I mean, this other Minotaur has a lot of cover.
So the captain has a wounded hand.
Yep.
That's about it, right?
Yep. Well, I mean, she's about half health.
It says badly injured.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking badly injured.
So what I want to do is incapacitate without. I'm gonna close
Okay.
and this is a wall behind her, right?
Yes. And right now you would have +2 to hit her because she's being flanked on 2 out of 2 sides. Well, 3 sides, but you need 4 sides to get to the next level.
Right. So what I'd like to do is basically, it seems like she can't really attack with one hand. I want to mangle or incapacitate her other hand, and I'm gonna go at her with my dagger.
Okay, cool. I'll say that for this time, we're gonna do like the disabling body parts and stuff, but for next time, I think I might want to revisit and see if there's like a actual system for this. I was just really into the idea of you not letting her do the wheel thing. But anyway, I don't want to set a precedent, but for this combat, we're totally cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say you functionally disarm her with that. I mean, are you like trying to cut her hand off, or just like, you know, hit it hard enough where she drops it?
Yeah. I mean, I can't grapple her or anything this turn, but I'm really trying to bring her into custody.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
This upstanding citizen is trying to make us all public arrest.
Indeed.
Right.
Okay. Yeah. You have her down to basically almost dead with another 13 for that sneak attack.
All right. And then it's an action to do a potion on anyone else, right?
I must consult the book of house rules.
Hazening.
Yeah. House rules, potions. A character can administer a potion as an action. Yes, action.
Okay. Then I think what I'm gonna do, because I can't use like manacles or anything as a bonus action. So I think I've done what I can do to her. I'm gonna shout over to Shade and say, hey, let's make sure we capture her, and then I am going to throw my dagger at this other Minotaur with my bonus action.
Sick.
Minotaur.
Minotaur. Wow, that is a hit. 16.
Whew.
For 9 piercing damage. Looking pretty rough.
And I'm going to stay right where I'm at. I'm done.
That's sick. Okay. All right. So this badly injured Minotaur, she's just gonna drop to her knees and throw the great axe across the floor and surrender. So that is all she does. Shade.
Cool. Shade will just kind of nod and turn at the bandit captain.
Okay.
Hard way or the easy way?
Wait, which is the easy way?
Giving her the option.
Oh, right.
The hard way or the easy way?
I mean, she looks at the Minotaur scattered in a million pieces on the ground and just all the blood on the floor, and she says, "I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna choose to trust you in this moment. Yeah, screw it." And she drops her blade, or she already did drop it, but she just puts her hands up.
Right. Then Shade will just stand there at the ready.
Okay, I think we're out of
taking her prisoner.
combat then, because that's everybody in this room. So I'll go ahead and drop us out of combat. Cool, you solved my statue, intestine, pipe, Minotaur, secret thief lair puzzle.
Yep.
Even though it's just a statue, a giant statue of Pythor, it can still have really bad gas.
Sure can. Okay, well this bandit captain is here, and yeah, she's just up against the wall.
All right. Well.
Shade would kind of look to Falben and Magus. So, what now?
You don't look to me.
That's really.
You're invisible. Be quiet.
Well, screw you too.
A really good question. I look over to the bandit captain. It's like, I don't suppose there is now any way we can recover this back to diplomacy. I'd really like this to just be diplomacy.
She says, "Hey, you don't have to convince me. But remember,
I know.
Sciodia already ran up the stairs, and you know they're already ready for you up there."
That's kind of what I'm wondering about.
And so then I lean in and I say, so what's today's password?
I don't think that'll work, because, see, they know that I'm under duress. And, they're not... You can't just mind control them.
Well, how about this? You can lead us up to the next room.
Oh, yeah? Why would I do that?
Because you'd like to facilitate diplomacy?
And
You
what do
facilitator, you?
What do I get out of it?
Well, I think we've already paid it forward by not killing you.
Yeah, sure, but now I'm
We've
I'm
proven
unarmed
our
and
intentions.
now I'm unarmed and harmless. I didn't start this fight. I mean, I guess I technically did.
Actually,
but,
you did.
yeah,
You very much did.
yeah, but you're intruders, right?
We were invited.
No, I don't think you were.
Invitees.
She looks
with
at
a
you.
password.
She looks at you, Falbin. She says, "Who was invited? There, Mr. Falbin. Can you tell me who was invited? I know the answer, but I want to hear you say it."
Who? The invitation spoken.
Yeah.
As it is in the Book of Gazening. Was you and your safety is guaranteed.
Yeah. Okay. Continue.
That's all.
Okay. Yeah. That's you sure that's it? I mean, even that. Just you. You know what you
Yes.
means, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do the rest of you know what the word "you" means? I know I just said it in a like a royal you sort of sense, but
So if his safety was guaranteed, then why did
I didn't feel
friend
very safe.
right behind, he points his thumb over his shoulder at the Minotaur behind him, take a big chunk out of him if his safety was guaranteed?
because he broke the peace. You don't invite
He
somebody.
broke nothing.
Hey,
Nobody said he couldn't invite anybody. He just said our safety wasn't guaranteed.
he threw a dagger at my hand.
That's just how you say
flooded
hello.
the room with gas,
He could have walked out.
and your Minotaurs attacked him.
Look,
You know, mistakes were made. You know,
Mistakes
hands
were clearly
chopped,
made.
People were exploded.
you know what? Why don't we have a
I think we should all
persuasion
learn and
roll?
grow from this
Why don't we have a
experience.
persuasion roll? Because we're RPing this, but we need to include some mechanics. So, who is making the primary argument? Kind of bounced between a few of you.
It did.
Between Falben or Shade.
Yeah.
Yeah, Theo doesn't.
Let's have Falben roll the persuasion roll at disadvantage, but if Shade is also helping, we'll no, it's still at disadvantage. This is, you guys do not have a super solid argument for her.
There you go.
She says, look, I'm not a lawyer like you, like your friend. I don't know the ins and outs of guest friendship, but I'm pretty sure I know when somebody isn't being a good guest. And, you know, I realize we got off on the wrong foot, but you guys didn't have to waste my friend there. She was stoned. She wasn't going to hurt anybody. So, if anything, that tells me you guys are up to no good.
But she was petrified. She was already dead.
No, she wasn't. Oh, you didn't know? I'm sorry, I just thought everyone...
Does this works? Does this work somehow differently?
Differently than what?
Well, okay. Does Magus understand the mechanics of petrification?
I mean, the rules I said earlier, they don't die. I don't know that you would have known anybody that was petrified and then unpetrified, but
Right.
I mean, you probably haven't done like specific research on it unless you have. I'll say,
Like, isn't it a big thing going around Mitros with the Lady of Coins,
Oh, yeah.
literally turning people into stone to kill them?
Yeah. Yeah.
have
Like,
I
isn't that like the
have
going?
I created a plot hole here? Hold on.
Well, it's from the concept
yeah,
of
yeah.
all the like rich people are being turned to stone. Nobody's unpetrifying them, right?
That's a good point. Shit, hold on. I need to make a decision here because this is impactful. Because why did you guys have softening oil if it's just
Right,
instant
so-
death?
So I will go through Magus's thought process in Magus's actions.
Okay.
He is aware of softening oil and the existence of softening oil, but he basically took this as the Minotaur taking a cyanide pill.
Sure. Yeah.
Because petrification is something that the Lady of Coins does to kill people effectively. And so because these very rich and well-to-do people aren't just being undone, he imagines that softening oil is very rare.
That's a really
and
good
not-
point.
And the reason I moved to where I did to cast Thunderwave, I actually, like, the point that Magus did with that positioning wasn't to destroy the statue. It was because I imagined that the statue was blocking me from moving to another position in its space where I could use Thunderwave to catch the bandit captain and the other Minotaur.
Yeah. Okay.
So, like, Magus knows that it is possible to come back from petrification, but he did not consider it something that was within the realm of likelihood that was going to happen in this case.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of how to juggle all these things, because I feel like we have a few conflicting ideas kind of all operating at the same time. Because we have the existence of softening oil. We have in the rules for Falbin, what are in your petrifying gaze rules, if you petrify them, it doesn't kill them, right?
If I petrify someone else with like my gaze?
Yeah. They're not dead, they're just petrified.
Correct. They're paralyzed and then they become petrified.
Right. So I
but
think
it doesn't say, it's like petrified status is what you.
I think here's what we can do with this. I think we can still roll with this. I think we would instead say that the people aren't necessarily being killed. It's more of a terrorism sort of move. Basically like you think you're safe, but you know, you're in all these safe places in your own homes, and somebody who nobody knows what they look like is able to come in and turn your whole family to stone. And yeah, rich people can afford to have it undone, but I mean, softening oil isn't unlimited, and it just speaks at a level of control that. So that's maybe my way of rationalizing it. There is also the fact that you can be easily killed once you are petrified. So I'm imagining maybe there have been some instances of people being petrified and then like crushed and, you know, then subsequently killed. So, yeah, that's definitely a plot hole that I did not even consider until just this moment. So
Leave it to us. We'll find plot holes.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyway, knowing that, I think we'll just treat it as like the lore of what petrification does in this world is fuzzy, because like usually if somebody gets petrified, they're at the whim of like a basilisk or something who then goes and eats them, or you know, not a lot of people are petrified and then have an opportunity to be unpetrified. So it usually spells death, but it is not the mode of death. Okay. All right, we'll go with that. I'm glad we talked it through though, because like, yeah, wow. Okay.
I would imagine just to kind of, for like Shade's perspective, and I imagine it'd be at least similar for Theo, without the magic research and stuff that Magus would have and the intimate knowledge of petrification that Falbin has, we would just have like the rumors and stuff to go on.
And also like all of our previous experience with petrification has been the basilisks and Falbin's hesitance.
Right.
So it'd be one of those things, at least from like common person knowledge, we would assume petrification is fatal.
Sure. Yeah. Okay.
Unless there's something else in the world telling us otherwise.
Well, that works for me. So we're basically operating under the same understanding as our characters are right now.
Exactly.
So then Magus would say like, okay, so then this gets back around to my original point, because clearly mistakes were made. It was not my intention. It was not my intention to be the one to enact death. We've seen your other Minotaurs surrender. I did not think that was a surrender. So moving forward, how do we keep this from happening again?
You want to keep this from
happening? My friend here. Well, okay. So our goals. I'll put this out from our perspective. My friend here wishes to meet with the Lady of Coin and have business with her. We go with him as protection, and in case something terrible happens and there's misunderstandings further, is there any way that we can all proceed with this meeting?
She thinks for a moment, kind of looks between you. Theo, are you visible again?
No, I'm invisible.
Why are you
Permanently
invisible? Is this just a glitch?
That's how I am now.
Okay, this is how you are.
I think it's a glitch.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. That's
right.
not an aspect of the spell.
No, so she looks at all of you and she says, I think we can still make the meeting work. You're not gonna like it though.
We haven't liked a lot of things recently.
Okay,
How does this go?
here's what we do. You come with me. You leave your weapons here, and we go up to see the lady. And I
After
will
this
make
encounter,
and I will make you an oath. I will make you an oath right now that if any harm comes to you up until the lady's judgment of the situation, so basically en route. Okay, I hear you typing. The intention is that she is trying to use an oath to guarantee your safety. En route, not so that they can spring on you when they get there, but like so
Right,
that the
yeah.
lady can decide what to do with you.
Yep. Magus is fine with that. Like he Magus is already taking out his short sword, but again, Magus doesn't need the short sword, so he's gonna leave this
Right.
the rest of you.
Shade would say going unarmed is unacceptable. Effectively, you're putting us in the position to be entirely helpless in front of the Lady of Coins, which is unacceptable.
She says,
If you wish us to stow our weapons, fine. Leaving them behind, not fine. Because just as you said, you might be killed for failure. If you didn't stop us, what's to stop us? What's to say that Lady of Coins won't kill you out of hand because you failed to stop us?
she says,
I don't know how your organization works.
She says, I'd rather be killed for failing to stop you than fail to protect her. So, if you need to kill me and move on up, go ahead. But otherwise, you'll follow what I say.
Shade,
Is there?
go ahead.
I am comfortable leaving my weapon behind. Would it be possible for just me and my friend here, and I indicate to Falden, to go to meet the Lady of Coin unarmed, and my other friends to stay in the room behind with weapons stowed?
She says,
I mean, I'm invisible, so they can't see me.
she says, I'll take you with me, and you two, the other two, can stay here.
From what we can tell from the outside, I assume there's a lot more Colossus left.
We just made it to the digestive system.
Yeah. So, yeah. Actually,
Shade would look to
make a
Falden.
who suggested the staying one room behind? Magus?
Yep.
Roll a persuasion check. Just flat.
I'm going to use my non-D40 inspiration to add 5 to that.
Okay. She says, okay, as long as I need an oath from you. I need an oath that you will not reveal our hideout. I realize it's kind of obvious, but it's pretty secure, and it's, thematic as hell. So swear an oath to me that you'll keep this place secret to everyone, and then I will take you up and you can stay in the room prior.
That seems sketchy as hell.
Look, I don't care about killing you guys. I just am trying to protect the woman I work for, okay?
I can swear not to reveal it to all but the one who made the Colossus.
What kind of deal is that?
Well, a deal that preserves the possibility that in case the Colossus needs to become active in the future, and he would know if your presence is a hindrance to that.
Okay, yeah, who are you talking about?
Vulcan.
Oh, Vulcan. Right, he did build this. Okay, fine. And she puts out her hand.
So,
Swear it?
I look to the rest of the group. If the rest of the group is able to abide by this.
Shade would look to Falbin. You okay with this? I don't particularly care for it, but if it gets us the meeting without us leaving you completely isolated, I'm willing to endure it.
I'm okay with it.
It's either this
Man.
or I doubt you ever meet with the lady, ever. This is your shot.
If you had one shot, would you take it?
I'll let it slip.
I'm okay with it, Theo.
Yeah. Well. Sure.
It's fall been sweaty, knees weak, snakes are heavy.
It's more about where am I gonna put my rebound dagger.
I guess anywhere you want, right? Because it can just come back to you. They just, well, they've seen it, but I don't know.
And I will look to Falbin and say, you need this meeting, right?
I don't know if we need it. We can use it. And I guess with that, I am going to start taking off my myriad of weapons.
I think you can just stow them. Like, you don't have to be disarmed.
Oh, really?
Well, I thought the agreement. Well, okay. If Falbin can keep his weapons, it doesn't mean that I'm the only one who can't have weapons.
Oh, well, in the chamber with, like, in the presence of the lady, you probably can't be armed. No.
Okay.
Those of you who are waiting in the previous room can have your weapons, but have them stowed.
Yeah. And
So-
I imagine it's Falbin and Magus going to meet the lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I start taking all my weapons off, and yeah. Do we have a bag of holding still?
Yeah, Theo
Did we
has
ever
one.
recover that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
So I'm gonna just start handing them to Theo, and there's a long list that I won't read.
Just put in the bag.
I will
Remember the
hand
password.
I will hand my short sword to Shade.
Yep. Does it
And
have
then
like
I will-
a belt clasp or something?
I'm sure it does.
Shade will like attach it to his weapon harness, whatever, so he can easily return it to you whenever we meet.
And Magus will offer his hand to the bandit captain.
Okay. She takes it, and says, "All right. Well, for both our sakes, I hope you have a good chat." And she looks at you, Shade, and says, "Excuse me, buddy."
Yeah, he would step back as soon as they shook hands. And
yeah, go
I'd wait for everybody to go by.
Quick point of technicality: the oath about not telling anyone about the bandits hideout applies to the whole party and not just to Magus.
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll say
she
that
did specify
for this
that.
kind of thing, you guys are a an oath-bound group, and so generally those things would apply to you as a group. Okay, I'm gonna move you guys up to the next level. We're just gonna quickly go through this.
As we leave that room, Shade would be the last one, and he would turn and kind of softly say to the Minotaur as he walked past, "I am sorry about your comrade." And keep moving.
She doesn't. She just looks down at the ground. All right. Kyra's kind of stepping over the pipes and the blood, and you guys go up the.
Hey, it was her thing to not split the party. This is what happened.
Yeah.
Because of her song.
Yeah. Blame her. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, cool. So you guys go up the stairs to another small room, and there is you're in a curved chamber, and there is a door. It's like a very thick, like metal door with like a porthole window in the middle, and it looks like it's a pretty tightly sealing door. And you see the bandit look through the porthole and give a series of like complicated hand signs. And then like knock on the window to kind of finalize, and after a second you hear a chunk like through several walls, and the doors slide open, and she starts to walk across a catwalk, and you can kind of move over there to see. You're in the torso now of the Colossus, and the center of this torso is this large cavity with a pair of these airtight doors on either side with the glass portholes, and there are pipes that enter the room from both the ceiling and the floor. There's just kind of like settled like gas kind of settled down at the bottom of the floor, but not in any sort of dangerous quantity. It's very acrid. It smells really bad. But you are able to walk across this catwalk to the other side. And two more Minotaurs await you on the other side, but they stand defiantly kind of away from the stairs to let you head up. And there is a lever in this room that you see as well. I wonder what would have happened there.
Yeah, I love a good lever.
Absolutely terrible in the chasm between.
Yeah.
I love a good lever.
Yeah. All right, moving up. There's no walls, so you can just drag yourself across without... Oh, I realized that door wasn't open. The next level is like where the shoulders and stuff are, and the chest. Moving up, the main feature of the...
There are walls, so I can't move out of
hold
this
on.
room. Yep.
Oh, right. I did that so that I could trap you.
Magus just jumps out of the statue.
Featherfall.
I actually don't have that prepared today because that requires the armband.
Okay. And
Well, then I guess you won't be jumping out of the statue.
there are guys up here as well, and there's a lot of like like spies and thief kind of people, kind of like you fought in the gardens, and the Minotaurs follow you up, the two healthy Minotaurs. And the main feature of this room is a bizarre, like top-heavy furnace that tapers to a rounded point. Kind of looks like a heart, and it hangs in the center of the chamber from a series of pipes sprouting from the top. You see two people are working on the furnace's operation, and yeah, this is an anatomically correct Pythor. But they all just kind of glare at you and they don't speak.
Are these statues all around?
Oh yeah, there are a lot of
Okay.
stone statues kind of littering this room.
Eerily
Are they
lifelike.
thieves or commoners?
They look fancy, like noble people.
Uh-huh. Yep. Magus doesn't feel all that bad about shattering the Minotaur.
Cool.
Cool.
Neat. All right. And then the bandit captain looks at you and says, "Okay, this is where I leave you guys." Well, some
This
of you.
is where the ones with weapons. Okay, yep. Where they stay
So,
behind.
like, here's the stairs up.
Yeah. Mhm.
Shade would just kind of post up at the bottom of the stairs.
Yep.
Great spot. Love it.
Cool. You guys are basically surrounded by all these thieves and these two minotaurs. But yeah, I'll go ahead and uncover the top floor. And I don't think there are walls on this one, so you should be able to just drag up in there. The bandit leads you up first. And let's see, let's get everybody. Theo's not coming. Okay. All right. Up at the top, there is the beefiest Minotaur so far. There is a
Still smaller than the butcher?
still smaller than the butcher.
Okay.
You also see a woman in ornate white robes with a gentle hissing and slithering underneath her hood. And you also see a very familiar Amazonian warrior, Makaira, who is the handmaiden of the queen.
Oh, dang.
You are in a spherical room, which is clearly the head of the Colossus of Pythor. The room is... there shouldn't be this many curtains, but up at the front, you can see light kind of barely streaming through some cracks between these curtains where you can guess the... Actually, no. The eyes are here, where you guys are. So there's a little light spilling into the room. Let's see. There are several lifelike statues of, surrounding, filling the room, and there is a kind of like a little pedestal, with what is clearly maybe a spherical object underneath a like a piece of silk that is up at the middle of the room that this cloaked woman is standing next to. And as soon as you guys come up through the stairs, Makaira, she grabs her spear off the wall and says, "What is this? Why are you here?" And the bandit captain just kind of like puts her hands up and backs up to the wall and gestures for you to speak.
I'm gonna look to Fallman. Because this is his deal.
Well, get ready for a TPK.
I mean, unless you want me to try and speak for you, but you were the ones who got in here with, like, your whole Medusa thing.
Well. It's interesting, too, that Michaela's the one that's questioning. I'm trying to wrap my head around that still.
I don't think she expected you to be here,
Right.
or for you to see her here.
Right. We've come to seek an audience with the Lady of the Coin.
There is like a hissing under a hood, and then these dark hands come up and slowly pull the hood off, revealing a Medusa face, beautiful and dark and terrible. And she says, "Were I just the Lady of Coin, I may not be quite so nefarious. It is the Lady of Coins, plural."
Pardon my we have come to party talk for a second.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, you guys
Yes,
can
we've come to
have,
party talk.
You guys can have had a short conversation on the way up if you want to pretend you're having that.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's like three things that are of interest here. One is the auction that's upcoming because God Malta. Two is the
East.
issue that I think our party was very interested in a while ago, around the idea that Lady of Coins was petrifying people, and we didn't like that because we're heroes. And then there's three back history with Falbin. So what are we?
And 4, we are here to also see if she can help track down the where the dragon aging formula came from.
Yeah. So, I would say if we had come in on best terms, we could probably pursue all 4. But we're not. So, what would you rank those in priority-wise?
I think we were explicitly told by Valis to ask about the dragon aging one. And to seek out her help in that.
Yeah.
Well, we shouldn't
that
need
seems...
any help because her right-hand lady's right here.
I like Vegas may point that out if he brings it up.
Yeah. So to me, it seems like we should chase on the aging potion front, and the others may be lost.
I mean, party talk-wise, not necessarily character, this is kind of Falbin's thing. Falbin's priorities can run rampant. If he wants to choose his like, his personal thing, that's cool too.
Yeah, like if Magus is the one to do the talking, he will do the Valis thing first. But he is letting Falvin do the talking for now, unless you need help.
Yeah. Well, I'm about to hit the SOS button.
I am really good at this kind of situation.
In need of a hero moment. Yeah. So, I guess back to the conversation. We have come seeking an audience at the request of Valis to uncover a wrong that is being committed.
And what wrong is that?
The dragons that you may have heard of being utilized by King Acastus are not free, are not, and Falbin's specifically trying to choose words that he hopes will resonate with the Lady of Coins and her ideology. They are not of their own will, of their own mind. And Valis believes, with our research, we believe that the root of this is some form of aging potion. and we are trying to uncover the origin of this potion.
I remember you. Falben? Is that your name?
And Falben like kind of immediately looks up when she says that and says, "Yes,
It has been
I'm Falben."
a very long time, Falben. What
More than 100 years.
Oh, what did you do for me those many, many years ago? Ah, yes. Yes, you killed a man. Why don't you tell me what you remember about that before we continue?
We had dealings, and your price was a assassination, a slave trader, his name was Shrellan.
Yes, I remember. What a beast of a man. And don't be afraid. What were our dealings? I forget. What was it you needed my help with?
Falben kind of looks to Magus as if, like, I'm trusting this.
All right.
And then
I prepare sending.
Breaking
And
news!
then,
We just found this out about Falben.
wow. And he looks back to Lady of Coins and he says, I was seeking out a way to become
I think you cut out for a second.
I was seeking out a way to become a
It doesn't like you saying that. To become a Medusa,
It's
I'm
at
assuming.
exactly the same time.
Yeah,
Yes.
right. Yeah. She says, yes, that is what it was. How are you enjoying yourself now, 100 years later?
Well, life hard and immortality only lengthens the hallway that leads to our destination.
Very aptly put. Tell me one more thing. That man that I sent you to kill, Shrellan, the slave trader, dealer of men and monsters alike. Did you become fatigued in the freeing of men? Did you tire of it? Was one enough for you? And you said, no more. I can leave the thousands remaining in chains and bondage. One is fine for me. Did you tire?
I have never stopped. Where others perform injustice, I seek to rectify it I am not perfect in that pursuit, but it is not something that I have ceased to do in these 100 years.
Then you see, you and I are very much alike. For in that same 100 years, I have also continued this noble task, free from restriction. Is it lucrative? Perhaps. But what is money but an avenue for purpose? You see me, you know me as the Lady of Coins. But I spend my money. And if we can work together, perhaps I can allow you some insight into that purpose. Now, to answer your original question, what I know about aging potions is this. It requires divine blood.
Hmm.
And she looks at Kyra and says, "My lady," and does like a curtsy to Kyra. She says, "Thanks to the help of Machaira here, I am fairly certain that Lady Valis would not so quickly part from her divine essence." But that is the information I will give you. Where it comes from, I do not know. But I hope I have narrowed your search.
Question. And this is player asking first.
Sure.
Would divine blood also refer to the Titans?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now what else can I help you with, Falbin? Actually, hold that thought. Falbin, it has been a long time since we spoke, and I do not remember our job interview. Do you remember your job interview? Does not matter. I will do a new one. Tell me of the women in your life.
Falbin kind of cocks his head.
I do not mean romantic entanglements. Tell me of a woman who you respect or admire, who has taught you something.
Man, you're having me pull out my cheat.
My only hope is that the answer is greater than 0.
Gotta search for the name now, man.
Kyra goes, right here.
Meanwhile, like Magus has like getting ready out of the folds of his pocket for his interview, like his giant list of all. But then when she says like not romantic interest, he just pulls it back down and shoves it back.
The problem is I've named them. I don't want to get the name.
You don't have to name them. You can just say my this or this person. Like you can just
Okay.
you can just describe them.
So the question was a meaningful female figure that has taught me something.
Yep.
Essentially.
Yep.
Yeah. So. My adoptive parent taught me more than anyone.
What did they teach you?
Kindness, warmth, light, hope.
These aspects radiate from you, Falbin. She says sarcastically. But I do not fault you for the answer. There is nothing wrong with internalizing these lessons, and the fact that you have noticed them and taken them to heart is merit enough. Thank you. You, looking at Megas. Pretty boy.
Glad you noticed.
She says very sarcastically. Or not
Yeah,
sarcastically,
I took
what
it
is
that
it?
way.
Yeah, you know, yeah. You're ribbing her back. Yeah, it's fine.
Yep.
Same question.
My mother, who taught me that the pursuit of one's own ideals should not come at the cost of others, and the importance of empathy.
A fine lesson. And who are you sparing others from in your own pursuits? Or like, wait, sorry, I didn't mean to phrase it like that. I think she's asking who is the subject of that lesson for you. Like, who are you sparing in your pursuits out of empathy?
The direct answer to the question is as many as I can, but the more complete answer is that the ideal of empathy shapes my pursuits entirely. Without empathy, I have seen so many others who claim to follow the ideas of pleasure seek only pleasure for themselves. So many of the followers of Lutheria. And I reject that entirely.
Give me an insight check.
Oh, dang. How important do I want this to be? It's not great. It's not great.
Okay, you don't get anything from that.
No.
She says, but you do not seek power for yourself. You could so easily have it.
So many people are unhappy with power. I seek to cut out the middle step and be happy directly.
She chuckles. She says, fetch the others.
You understand that they would not come without their weapons.
I do not fear them. Fetch the others.
And is she talking to me specifically?
Yeah. She has you go do it.
All right. I will descend the stairs and say, like, hey, guys, party upstairs.
Shade and Theo just kind of awkwardly standing at the bottom of the stairs. Hey,
Yeah, and you have permission to bring your weapons stowed.
sounds good. Theo, after you.
Absolutely.
Okay. You guys can go ahead and move up, and yeah, you guys are really filling this room between you and her right-hand people and all these statues. She, seeing Theo climb the stairs, she says, huh, very interesting. Where are you from, young lad?
I am an Amazonian.
Ah, so you are from Themis, then.
Yes.
Rejected breeding stock, I am assuming.
That is, in general, how I was viewed.
Well, probably a better future for you here, then.
Certainly.
You seem to have done quite well for yourself. I have asked your friends a question. Tell me of a woman in your life who has made an impact.
What a loaded question for Theo. Let's see. Every woman that said that I could never do anything and that I was lesser. That helped forge me to want to be more. And my mother, who taught me that it doesn't matter what others think of you. It is how you choose to have those spoken words influence the path of your life, and that they have no power over you. It's only the power that you give them.
A fine lesson. I wish I had met your mother. She sounds very wise.
She was.
Has she passed?
She has.
She does like a respect kind of hand motion that her and Makaira kind of do simultaneously, and they nod their heads down for a second. A sister lost. I am sorry for your loss. And you, last of all. In looking at Shade, tell me of a woman in your life.
Well, there aren't exactly very many women in my life. But the two that stand out at the moment are, for one, Jade looks over at, oh my word, why am I blanking on her name?
Kyra?
Kyra. Kyra.
That monumental person whose name I can't.
The person who's been with us all this time, doing everything with us, like her, yeah. Don't ask me her name.
That's just the sapling watcher. Don't.
Yeah.
It's like, she's accompanied us through several rather dangerous situations. She's been there for us to pull us back from the brink. She's recorded what we've done, good and ill. Not everything we've done we've been proud of, but she's been willing to put it down for the true record. I respect that. It helps keep us honest, keep us away from the pitfalls that we could easily fall into, and that our predecessors have fallen into in history. The other, the Oracle. She gave me pieces of myself that I don't even know.
She nods, kind of satisfied, and looks across you, and she says, "It is not easy to lie about this sort of thing. Many who have looked on me begging for mercy have stumbled over that question, have had nothing to say in response. Men who have lived their life full of pleasure and gold and everything they could want, except the wisdom of a mother. I am pleased. The fact that Kyra has decided to accompany you and document your travels speaks very highly. I look at the world. I look at the men who earn power in it, and I see only weakness and pride, hubris, foolish ambition. And all the while, it is the women in their life who truly keep the lights on. Look at King Augustus. The stories Makeda has told me about Queen Valis. He is but a toy. Only where he is because his big head fits that crown. Always thinking he is owed, never ready to give. And, ironic as it may be, Pythor, whose form we stand in this very second, his head as empty as this one, King of Astoria. His daughter, keeping the people fed. This is not a point to demean. It is simply a point to make aware. And as I have asked, you are aware. I believe it is too late for King Augustus to learn this lesson. The rumors I have heard, it seems as if Pythor is making very, very good changes. Now, what else can I help you with?
Something of ours was misplaced.
Something very precious.
The Goblin of Malta.
Yes, that is what we
Yes.
speak of.
She smiles
Yes.
a big toothy grin as she says it. Just, oh, I can feel your heart's flutter as you speak its name.
How could it not?
Just as mine does. Oh, but you must have heard already, the goblin is to be taken to auction.
Yes, we have. Do you have any recommendations, perhaps, of how we can get entrance to that auction? Or at least the location of the goblin
Oh, yes.
to reclaim our own property?
Oh, yes, of course I can help you with that. You see, I do not seek the goblin idly. It has a purpose to serve.
I can't say
it. I will ensure you passage to the auction if you will promise me something in return.
Anything. For the Goblin of Malta.
This is not a person you say anything to.
What would you have us promise?
Before I tell you my terms, allow me to sweeten the deal even more.
That's not foreboding.
I have information about a weapon. A weapon that may be of great use to you in your fight against the Titans.
Jade would glance at Magus to see if he if he seems to think of any something seems to come to his mind or something when she mentioned.
I mean, we already have the Titan slaying axe. Do I know of any? Do I have any inclination of what she's talking about?
Do you tell her about that axe?
No, I don't.
No.
Right.
We better not.
Okay. She says, I gather you have already been to the necropolis based on your entrance.
What does she see about our entrance that would
Well,
this is player question?
the door you came in.
Password.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we're just avid historians.
Also, isn't Magus wearing the amulet of Mitros?
I am.
No.
Yeah, so there's a couple signs. And the fact that, I mean, you guys came from the direction of the anyway, like,
Wasn't that the main road into Mitros?
There's enough information she can put it together.
She's got a network of informants. Deal with it. Moving on.
Okay.
She says, I'm sure you have plundered the necropolis for the items of your birthright.
Strong word. Liberated. Liberated.
No, I speak of a different weapon. One far more elusive.
Okay, so how does this relate to the deal? What are you offering?
I'm just offering you all the information I have on it, which is more than you know.
Information. And information. In exchange for?
So you're ready to hear my end of the deal. The reason I stole the Goblin of Malta is because it will fetch such interest at the auction. You have probably heard the rumors that the Minotaur market has been scattered to the wind relatively as of late, much in part to my tactics. Those who trade in lives are afraid to do it in the day, not in the daylight now. And the goblin was my key to tracking them down at night. The auction is but a continuation of the slave trade that has plagued the city. The goblin is my key. Those that you have seen today, those that you have fought, are free. I do not owe them by oath. They worked for me, they served me willingly. I mean to do much more, and with the goblin, I have that chance. But I'm willing to offer you my position at the auction. You may go in my place. All of you. You are allowed a retinue. You will go in disguise. Disguises are mandatory. And, I need you to take something there for me. Something else, a late addition to the auction.
We just need to take this item to the auction.
Yes, just take it there. And I will provide instructions on how it is to be handled. But it should fetch a very dear price.
So,
Yeah.
let me get this straight. Table talk for a second.
Yep.
See nothing
So
wrong
let me
with
get
it.
this. Let me get this straight. She stole the painting from us. She's acknowledging that in our presence. She wants to use it as a honeypot to get the people she wants to murder to show up at night who are baddies and have been slave trading. But she's willing to not kill those people and not show up and not be able to use it as a honeypot so that we can go to potentially try to buy back the painting that has been stolen from us by her as admitted. Is that what and what we need to do in order to even get the position is to take this mysterious object that's worth a lot and needs to be handled in a very particular way.
Oh yeah, she's definitely asking us to take a bomb into the place.
Yeah.
Cool.
A place in which we will be standing probably when a said bomb goes off.
We're all welcome to go. We can all be there.
Yeah, when we
okay.
go, we'll go together.
All right. I was just
We'll
making
all
sure.
go together when
I
we
got
go.
that.
Exactly.
Cool.
So, I say we should do it, and I will reverse engineer the bomb, and I learn all sorts of stuff. Me and Vulcan, man, we can tear it up. It'll be great. Think about the applications that we could use it for, right?
Unless you roll poorly and just detonate the bomb.
Right. I mean, you saw
I
what
have
happened to
three.
my D40.
I have 3 luck points. All right, my luck can't be that bad.
I'm a very lucky man.
I'm a very lucky man.
Well, I'm gonna, seeing as, like, I don't care what happens to the Goblin of Malta as a character, I'm gonna be looking to Shade and Theo here.
How dare you?
Shade would just kind of look at her and say something similar to what fault for Craigie you just said was, so you're giving us your position in the auction, but you would not be giving us the goblin back.
Oh, I trust that men of your talents can regain the goblin. I am willing to leave you alone with it. You may abscond with it if you like, or purchase it outright.
Abscond, as in reclaim our own stolen property.
Oh,
However,
yes.
what concerns me more is the item you would have us take in there.
Oh, this?
You
And she puts her hand
tell
on
us-
the spherical thing under the silk.
Is that the item?
That's a spherical thing.
Yes, it is.
Spherical
Is it
thing
in-
under the blanket. Write that down.
It's very much like in Orthanc, the tower where Saruman has like the Palantir under the. It's exactly like that. I mean, you can't see what it is yet, but
We know a knob when we see it.
I assume this item will have negative effects for the people at the party? At the auction, I
only if the
presume?
price is right. One thing I can guarantee you is that everyone who attends this auction has blood and souls on their hands. They walk free. They found a loophole with the way the world works. And you know what? I hate the way this world works. And I'm ready to burn down those who abuse it.
Cool.
Falvin's just kind of.
So it's a flame bomb.
So, what'd you, Greggy, what'd you say?
Falvin's just kind of nodding.
Falvin, you have done this before. You remember. Do you regret? Do you regret killing Shrelin?
I regret my loss of
Loss of what?
control.
Control. Yeah. Well, I will give you very clear instructions, and you may go and do your job completely in control.
Oh, no. Falvin's referring to essentially that he butchered Shrelin when killing him was enough.
Ah,
Nice.
she says, "This will be quick. You need not worry about that."
And once again, Falvin's not the one who values the Goblin of Malta, and he's staring at Shade and Theo.
Dude, how can you not?
Let me offer
She-
you one more compulsion, or one more not compulsion, not compulsion. One more
Incentive?
incentive. Yes,
Hear it?
you helped me with this. You end the abuse, the slave trade. You could end it in a night, all of it. All of it. You do this, the cult of the snake is at your service in the city of Mitros. You need a favor? You call us. There are thousands of us.
What of collateral damage? What of the servants? What of the waiters?
I have contingencies. I can guarantee you that in the moment, that critical moment, only those there to bid will earn their prize.
You swear it as an oath.
If you do your job correctly, yes, I swear it.
Shade would look to the rest of the party, particularly Magus. Just, I understand the ends she's trying to achieve. But is that the type of heroes we wish to be?
With respect, lady, and perhaps I am only speaking for myself here, but while I abhor the slave markets, I believe we differ on methods. You yourself said that this was a loophole in the rules. And while this would destroy those currently taking advantage of the loophole, it does not close the loophole. It will remain open for others. Moreover, as throughout history, whenever there has been, like, if I understand correctly, this would leave enormous power vacuums throughout the city, which lead to chaos, which lead to further anarchy and the seizing of power simply by those who are powerful and for the sake of being powerful. And that loophole would appeal to them even more.
Maybe I have a solution for this then. Look around you. And she kind of gestures at the statues. A few of my prizes from the trade. They still exist. They live yet. Locked in time until I say so. What I would have you bring would cause just this. No death. Merely a quiet museum in a hidden place where those who have committed these sins will remain until I say so.
It is a fantasy of mine to one day tear down the power of the fates themselves. Forgive me if I do not trust you with such power.
Very well. They will remain until you or I say so. If you would free them, then you would just not do the job in the first place. So I'm willing to offer this
Exactly.
concession. I hope that the effect of what I ask you to bring is becoming obvious.
As obvious as your lineage.
So, I give you the route.
Why
Yes.
not bring this yourself?
It is to see if I... It is to ascertain your commitment. Can I trust you? I will not trust you with my forces if you cannot show me you can be trusted.
Well, Falbin's into this.
You like this? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah.
You love it.
So
Very
this,
interesting.
because like we've mentioned the fact that half the party doesn't really know how petrification works. So the fact that you just said they're living still, Shade would bring up a point. Just to be clear, you're saying that this, gesturing at the statues, can be undone.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And be undone easily.
With a potion that is not common, but not impossible to brew. I believe my thieves have said that you have some of this potion on you yourself.
Hardening oil.
Nope, it's the other one. I'm gonna sit you down for a lecture later.
Ugh, men and your
Last time Theo gets to hold the EpiPen.
you men and your hardening oil disgust me.
It's honestly just baby oil.
Great stuff. Use it every day.
But yes, but you see, you look at them, and they are not thinking, they are not breathing. They are simply locked in time, and when they awake, they will be in a time apart from the one they knew, apart from the ones they knew. And that can be a punishment all in its own.
So, Magus is still against this.
What could I say to make it better?
Well, I think Magus, you're really against anything that would cause harm.
It's yeah, kind of that, and like Magus still views this as like it is inciting mass harm, treating the symptom. Because the way Magus sees it, like she said, it's a loophole in the rules. As long as that loophole continues to exist, there will be people who take advantage of it. This is a systemic issue that needs to be that can't just be addressed by killing or effectively. He still sees the petrification as effectively killing. They are removed from the world until someone with immense power over them says otherwise, which is another thing Magus doesn't like. So, yeah, he sees this as doing immense harm that doesn't actually solve the problem. Because the Minotaur Market is something that he's been mulling over himself.
Think of it this way, Magus. Roughly 95% of those who bid in the market will be there. Those who aren't, well, it's hard to have much of an auction when there's just one or two of you. And the fear that it could happen to them is quite powerful. Yes, it is a symptom, but it will leave a hole that will take many, many years to refill. And if the rumors are true, then the world will be changing very soon. But you could just continue to do nothing as you have. That is fine.
Low blow.
Well, to be clear, Falvin would have done this if it was a bomb.
Yeah, you know.
Magus, perhaps I will give you a special task. I am willing to give you a deposit, an amount of money that if you promise to go and free one slave, I will consider your part of the oath fulfilled. And then you can really say you have done something to help.
You see, that would just be... You are asking me to look the other way and continue to do nothing, and to ignore the teachings of my mother.
Very well. I assume our business
If this is something that... But again, I speak only for myself.
Young Amazonian, I have not heard your take on the situation.
I think that Magus does have a point. This would be a short-term solution. You say that you have stopgaps in place, but no plan ever goes exactly to plan. If we sit here and do nothing, then we are doing something simply by doing nothing. We are enabling by not doing anything. So I think this would be a good step in the short term. But there needs to be a long-term solution as well.
Here is the rest of the solution. When you are done, the spoils will be available to you. Bring it back, and we will finish the job. Using commerce. And you will get a handsome take.
Everybody wins. I love this person. We get to
Everybody.
go to Malta, we make money.
And you.
Let's roll.
Shade.
I don't like it. Like I said before, I truly do empathize with what your end goal is. I believe it is a good goal. But the means... This is the same logic that we've heard in history. The Dragonlords used to conquer and enslave, because they felt it was what was needed to defend themselves against the Titans and defend the immortals against the Titans. And here we do it again, just reversed. Do I think that the Minotaur markets are just? No. Should be outlawed, it should be abolished, and all those Minotaurs should be freed. But to do it by turning everyone who's been involved in any manner to stone, to leave at your mercy, it's no different than enslaving them yourself.
She just
The Goblin of Malta or not.
she just
I don't believe this is the right path.
Falbin's going to interject here, and he's kind of like shaking his head, like he's disappointed. And he's going to say, "But tell me, how is it any different than recognition of the wrongdoing and the evil, and by trial, placement into a cell?"
Because then they have a trial.
And
That's
how
the-
many wrongs must be witnessed by the citizens of Mitros before a trial can be deemed to have already been had? How many minotaurs must be enslaved? How many bodies sold? How many scars laid?
So you're saying that purely by her judgment, pointing at the Lady of Coins, that every person at that auction that she would turn to stone have both participated in the Minotaur market, have been abused by it, and have intentionally used loopholes in the law to subject others to their authority and power. You're saying that you can personally attest all this to be able to be the executioner and the judge in one fell swoop.
But that is
I cannot.
that is the challenge here. That is not execution, it is not death, and it can be undone. And even if innocents are captured, they can be freed.
And who will be able to vouchsafe their innocence when there's no one to speak for them? Like I said, it is no different than enslavement.
May I interject?
By all means.
You will be attending the auction. I will not be there. You will have several hours before the auction starts to speak to those present and judge for yourselves. There are, I'm sure, ways that you can discourage certain parties you deem innocent from being caught in my little web. If you are clever, I think you can have everything you want.
So again, the onus of judgment falls to us
Who else
to
would
be
you
your
trust?
enslavers. That's what I'm saying, is that you're taking the approach of skipping trial entirely to use your own judgment and enslave and imprison all these people. And it's only up to us that if we happen to intervene, if we happen to interact, if we happen to deem them worthy of not being enslaved and imprisoned, that we might be able to save them.
And, tell me, is this is what they do legal? Yes, it is. Sorry, I answered for you. And who owns the courts? They do. Sorry, I answered for you again. What they do will never lead to punishment. Never. So, what then? We just allow it to continue?
No. Rather than a mass turn people to stone, you've already been doing it on a single case basis. I assume, I'd like to assume at least, that you have plentiful evidence to justify each and every one of these people you have, he gestures around the room, that you have turned to stone here as perpetrators that have been abusing the law to inflict harm and misery on those that they have enslaved or purchased that were enslaved. Do you?
I work tirelessly.
Excellent. As I assume, as you free more, you add to your forces. You can perform more in-depth stuff. You can investigate and actually have proof rather than broad sweeping strokes. I understand that there are times when it calls for that. But without direct knowledge myself, and I will admit I have a lot of gaps in my knowledge, I am not willing to be the hand that sweeps. Unless my comrades all agree that this is the best choice. I'm one of 4. I will not take the choice from them.
Kyra, when you say I'm not the one, or I'm not willing to be the one or the hand who sweeps, she like writes down on her paper like that's good. Okay, so she's going to wait for an answer from you as a group, because seems like 2 yeses maybe, and then 2 pretty firm no's. So
Yeah, do we have to decide in this room, or do we have time to deliberate?
I would like your answer now, please.
Dang.
Shade would turn to the rest of the party and say, if you truly believe this is the best path, Falbin, as you appear to, I am willing to back you on it. But I have to voice my concerns with it. If you feel that this is a good path, we can save what innocence we feel may be caught up in it. As you pointed out, it is reversible. Doesn't seem easily reversible. I'm willing to go along with it, but I don't have to like it.
This is like the Sokovia Accords. I love it.
Yeah. Odyssey, Civil War.
Split the party, split the...
Oh man.
You've been quiet for a while, Magus.
And part of this is like trying to work through how much of the philosophy is Magus's and how much is Gray's.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, just for like party talk standpoint, like what Shade said, at least for his perspective, he's feeling intense echoes of, why am I blanking on all the names? Oh my word. The really bad Dragonlord guy.
Oh, Estor.
Oh, Estor.
Estor. He's feeling echoes of Estor and his basically unilateral, I'm making the decision to go wreak havoc on these other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know, like his conquest of the Gigans where he just slaughtered them, you know, killing innocents didn't really matter. So like that's where Shade's mind is at. He feels like he's like, I feel like we're taking a step in that direction. It's like, so that's how he's thinking about the situation.
Falbin's having like internal dialogue, like if this is wrong by our party's standards, then how was it acceptable to kill the intelligent beast in the cave? How was it acceptable to...
I think Magus thinks it wasn't acceptable to do that.
Right, that's exactly... I was about to say, Magus is experiencing flashbacks to the Trog King and how that tore him up so much. And like, his actions of not just, all right, we need to remove this threat, but also like, oh, I'm gonna get this guy. And so, yeah, like any inclination that he is feeling... both for himself or in the party of like, oh yeah, we're gonna get these guys. He's like, oh, red flag. Hold up.
For Falbin, his line towards rectifying a situation, specifically around choice having been taken away from others, he will lean towards overreacting than underreacting.
This is basically a trolley problem. Like Shade would rather not pull the lever and not have a part in somebody dying, even if it maybe could reduce the overall like bad in the world. I think Magus is in the same boat, and Falbin is more of the throw the lever kind. What about Theo?
Well, exactly. That's what I said earlier. It's
Yeah.
like by doing nothing, you're
Right.
doing something.
Right.
Like it's not a choice, really. It's happening. What are you going to do? You can either sit there and do nothing, or you can try to come up with a solution. It may not be perfect, but at least you're standing in for the people who cannot stand in for themselves. They cannot do anything in their circumstances, but you have the opportunity to do something. And the Maltese Goblin.
A Maltese goblin. That's what makes it
Maltese-
so bad.
Well, and also like one of the things like that's you've been nagging at Magus is how she keeps coming back to like, oh, and we'll give you this, and we'll give you the Maltese Goblin, and we'll give you gold, and all of these other incentives.
Let me
that is like,
sweeten the
no,
deal.
yeah, like that's making me more suspicious because that's the kind of incentives that would like operate toward the negative aspects. And like Magus said earlier, like why do I not seek powers? Because power is not what he wants. Like the money isn't what he wants. He wants the happiness. That's what he's aiming for.
Well, and metagame table talk, I guess. This choice will impact politics in Mitros.
Oh, massively.
Like our potential inroads with Valis may be altered, let alone a Castus, which is obvious.
I mean, that's something we will probably, because it's what, 2 more days at least?
It's two
days.
two nights from now.
2 nights from now. So we would have time to at least warn Valis that this is coming. It's like, unless the Lady of Coin specifically swears us to secrecy, which I feel like at that point Shade would be like, you're putting a lot of contingencies on this.
So I think
Which gave
at
us,
the very
gave
least,
us the
you
option
guys,
to warn people away from it.
you are already sworn to not disclose the location of this hideout.
Location, yeah.
Yes.
But nothing says we can't tell Valis that nothing so far, nothing has prohibited us from telling Valis that we met with the Lady of Coins,
Yeah.
or telling anybody that we met with the Lady of Coins.
Totally.
So,
Yeah. No.
I mean, well, at least dropping back into, I guess, character talk, Shade would pose it to the group. Rather than a favor, how about if our price in this, aside from everything else she's asked, she said, rather than a favor, we would require an alliance with is this Cult of Snakes,
Cult
right?
of the Snake. Yeah.
Cult of the Snake against the Titans. That's our end goal. If she's not willing to help us further our end goal, why should we be her means for her end goal?
She smiles like a genuine smile and says, "The Lady of Dreams played a large part in the fall of my house and the current ongoing desecration of our homeworld." Looking at Theo. to see Lutheria fall is something I did not think was possible, but would bring me great joy. I would swear to this alliance.
For both yourself and your organization, as much as authority as they give you?
I would. I despise the Titans. I do not know why you maybe think I have some care for them. They are the
You
opposite.
never can be too sure.
They are the opposite of freedom in this world. And DM speaking, either way you guys go with this is good. Like, do not feel like I personally am trying to pressure you into doing this, because if you don't do the thing with her, she's gonna do it anyway, right? And it's up to you to decide what you do with that knowledge.
Yes, but the goblin and loot. I mean,
Right, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. You guys already knew that there was maybe another way to get to the auction.
True.
It's just going to take time and might be tricky.
Yep.
So this is offering you a guaranteed in to the auction, with some stipulations, or you can try to get there on your own. The thing is, it's going to be tougher to get the goblin back.
Right.
And
goblin, free the goblin.
And there's no saying that you're going to be there with the Lady of Coins and a device, right? Like, it's going to be like a Mission Impossible mission if you do that, which is also dope.
So Falvin would say to the rest of the group, this is something I would do, but I would not do this if it would drain our reliance on each other. And like seeing that Magus and Shade are the ones that have voiced concern, I'm like speaking to you two.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to roll persuasion checks?
No.
Yeah, this is. Ooh.
We're not ending this session until you guys decide.
Do people have I'm in the Pacific time zone, so
Yeah, I've only got so much more time left.
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
Because in game, she's like, I need to know, so
Right.
Right.
if you guys do want like a week to talk about it, we can just like cut.
Whoa, let's wrap this up now. I don't think we should agonize over this all week.
I don't either. Well, I need to plan.
I mean,
so.
honestly, I like the idea of the persuasion checks.
Okay, yeah,
Like,
I'm here for that.
Rolling and see who rolls highest, and like if there's ties, roll off type thing. Like,
so let's get a position. So A is do the job, B is don't do the job. So pick your A or B, and then we'll roll and see which beats which.
This is a good time to remind you, Magus, that you still have your D4.
I'm aware.
Hey, you can't use that against human players. Come on.
The end of the session, and I think it expires.
I'll use my luck then.
But remember, if you have an inspiration, you could, or luck, you can use that too. This is so wild.
Well, I'm.
I
I'm
say we
in
just
group
we just
A.
we just roll the die flat because, I mean it's yeah.
So Falvin
You know,
is.
I'm in
it's-
group B.
I'm an A.
There you go.
I did a fart sound. What was Theo in?
Wow.
All right, Theo and Megas, it's up to you guys.
Wait.
Here to be amazed.
Wait, what was Theo's
All
vote?
right.
Was
I'm
it?
for A.
Okay.
Yeah. Do the job.
Do the job. Get the Balties. Build a sick relationship with this person to help us take down the Titan.
I mean, because otherwise, I think we're gonna end up just like debating this all night, and none of us. Will
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
the
I
fact
think we need
Enjoy where we
to,
end up.
we need to have a
the
conclusion.
fact that
here.
it is such a juicy debate, I'm really happy about. But yeah, eventually a choice has to be made.
Yeah. Megas' main thing is about the Lady of Coin's control over who gets to decide, and she mentioned that it could be her or us.
Yep.
Right. She did.
How would that work for us?
How would it work?
Yeah.
I mean-
that if we get to decide,
You would.
do we get access to the potions, to the softening oil?
I mean, I would think. I guess she would clarify.
oil.
I guess she'd clarify. You would know. You would have access to where they are, where they're kept, and you know, they would remain until you undo it. I don't think she would just give you unlimited softening oil,
Right.
but it's not. It's not like the hardest thing in the world to make. You have a talented alchemist.
in the world.
You have a hey.
Right. Yeah.
You have a talented uncle who can help you out.
Yeah, talented
I mean, he's
uncle.
already
He knows
made, like,
all
one
about
batch
soft
of it.
Uncle
stuff.
Uncle
knows.
Timon is soft all the time, you guys.
He is the guy.
I don't like it, but I'm like, yeah, it's like, I am torn. I think Megas is still pretty sure on what he doesn't like this.
Yep.
Particularly with his character arc. So roll persuasion.
Roll persuasion. Are you doing your 40?
Are we doing?
I'm just gonna do a normal one.
Okay. Was anybody re-rolling
We
at
did-
all for any reason?
We did charisma.
Oh man.
Ooh,
I don't need the 40.
you don't.
No, you don't.
Okay, so that's that means no. That means unless anybody was
And
re-rolling.
I don't like that. I don't know.
Well, you can roll at disadvantage
Hey.
if you don't like it.
You know who hasn't rolled? Is Rue.
Tyra.
Rue.
That's
He
right.
can talk. He's got a
He-
spirit.
See?
I don't know.
Tiebreaker.
'Cause, like that does effectively give like Theo the play,
Yeah,
or you give
the
Tim,
power of
Tim
two.
the power of two. Yeah,
There can only
so
be one.
however you guys want to do it. If it's like one of those things where you flip the coin and while it's in the air you realize, oh, I do want to do the thing, like you don't have to stick to the roll, but you know, if you want that to guide it, you can.
I mean, I like where Shade landed. He doesn't like it, but it's a weak contribution. Like it's not going to take much to
I
push
don't
him back
wanna-
over to the.
Yeah.
Well, how about actually? You know what? Well,
The fact that
the
we've
fact that
rolled
she
and we're
was-
still like, I don't know.
Yeah.
it's like I as a
did we
player, I
roll?
want to do it. Playing my character does not want to do it.
So here's the thing. Even if you guys say no,
So-
if you guys vote to not do it, you will likely still go to the auction, and most of this stuff will still happen. It's just the outcomes will be different, right? So think of it that
We
way.
get a sweet
Think of it that
deal.
way. It's not that if you say no, then the goblin is gone and we're not going to go to the auction. Like that's still probably going to happen. It's just you're writing a different story.
All right. So, Megas has convinced Theo and Falbin that we shouldn't do it.
Magus,
That's
I
what
think
the dice have said.
Magus, I think with your role, I think you should be the one to deliver the group accord.
Carry the mantle that you have made.
You've made your bed. Now lie in it.
Yep. We have already experienced much of doing what we felt was necessary, and what may have been necessary. But I believe that the only way that this world will survive the coming conflicts is by bringing sides together, and not by boosting one side over the other, just to continually perpetuate conflict.
And that's the answer. Okay. She looks back at you for about 5 seconds and says, "Very well. Then I wish you luck." And she puts her hand on the sphere and says, "Maybe I'll see you at the auction." And that's where we will end our session. So juicy.
You're gonna agonize over that for the rest of this series.
Oh yes, oh yes.
Yes, you will.
You could have knocked out all the Wall Street bros.
Yep.
I bet one of the Nerdigans would have been there. I mean, well, you still can. You still can, is the thing.
Still can.
You still
like
can.
we can go there and like stop it. We can go there and not stop it. We can just do nothing and watch it happen.
Yep.
I was like,
Yeah. I mean, the only difference, the main difference is you forego a potential alliance with the Cult of the Snake, which is very powerful.
Yep. Yeah.
The main thing that like Balbin's thinking about is if you slit someone's throat just before they're petrified.
Yep.
When they come back from softening oil, are
God.
they then like gonna be?
Yeah. No.
Jesus.
They'll have enough time.
That's what Balbin's thinking about.
There's enough time that
I've
you
been
could be
dying
like, by
for
the way,
30
it's 200
years.
it's 200 years later, and everyone you know is dead. Goodbye.
Oh
I mean,
my God.
The one thing we really haven't addressed, which to me it was a little, wasn't really expecting this session to take this turn, is we haven't gone to the Minotaur markets. At least for my character story, my character's never been to the Minotaur markets.
Mm-hmm.
He's never seen it, so he's never seen any of this firsthand.
Yeah.
I don't know about
Magus?
the rest of the
Balbin has seen it intimately.
Intimately.
Magus, like in his social network, one of his enemies in Mitros is a dealer in the Minotaur market that he has physically come to blows with over the practice.
Yeah.
So,
Well, and Shade does know the stories that Silas has told him.
Was Silas? Did he go through the Minotaur markets?
I thought you told me that. Or that he had experience
that
with it.
he's. I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't think I remember saying anything about that. I just said he was a free Minotaur. He wasn't.
Oh, okay. Well, then I just
He wasn't. He hadn't been a.
I
he was,
just-
at least it currently wasn't a slave.
stereotyped that Minotaur, and I am part of the problem.
Wow.
And you were offended that we thought they were men. Wow.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, go ahead.
because I think that's something that if Shade had physically seen it, he might be and seen like evidence of abuse. Because I mean, from the standpoint of, again, fantasy world type of setting, are in theory decent slave owners that don't beat and abuse their slaves.
Yeah.
Are their slaves free? No, they're not. But like, they're not horrible about it. But it's like, if he saw evidence of, yeah, this is being used as just like for people just to abuse and be terrible to people, yeah, then this needs to stop. So that's the one part that I think it's like, at least for Shade, he might have voted differently if he'd actually seen it.
Sure, yeah.
Like I said, as a player, I'm like, we should do this. Playing my character is like, he's
same.
like, no.
Well, I respect the hell out of you guys for doing that. And, you know, we end up with a very vibrant discussion about the whole thing. And you did bait a lot more information out of Lady Coins. I mean, you could have just like pissed her off immediately, and then she would have been like, no, I'm not going to help you. And you wouldn't have known about this strange device, you know, and stuff like that. There is also the fact that the Queen's handmaiden was party to that whole conversation now.
Yeah, like if we, before we leave this room, Megas is going to make a comment on that.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
So if like that can happen next time.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, to be true to Shade's character, next session, one of the first things he's going to want to do, like the following day, is go to the Minotaur markets and see it.
Yeah, totally.
And then he might be like, Lady of Coins, can we change our mind? Type of thing, depending on what he sees.
Sure, yeah.
And we probably would want to talk to Valis about it as well.
Sure, yeah.
Goddess of Wisdom, probably a good person to consult about, you know, large
things.
decisions that could
Knowledge
have
things.
broad sweeping ramifications for the city.
I have a lot to think about before next time. But wow, that was interesting. Well, cool. Any shout outs for like a great play or a great character moment for inspiration?
We finally got some of Alpha's backstory.
Yeah.
There is so much of that is not even out yet. It's, oh god. Yeah.
Intentionally becoming a Medusa.
Oh yeah, did you guys not know that?
No.
I knew that the whole time.
To be clear, only Megas knows that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's
And
true.
like,
What are you talking about?
And I actually like I didn't know how to do whispers on this chat, but I sent you a Discord message that while that was going on, Megas used a subtle message spell to tell Kyra not to record that.
You did. I'm sorry. I didn't see that.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, she would have done that.
The interesting part, though, is that also Magus was not around when Falbin said that the worst person he killed was Shrelin. Only Shade and Theo were there.
Oh my gosh.
So there's like these interesting dynamics where not all the party knows all the other information.
You're welcome.
God, it's so good. It's so
My
good.
brain is going to break. You know how many compartments I already have? You're making me make more.
I am excited though because like I don't think our group really did much with Lady of Coins. I don't even remember if we went into this lair, but yeah. So like I really wanted to make more use of her and just have this like anarchic sort of something that you kind of want to hitch your wagon to, but also there's so much like dark shit involved in doing that. I wanted it to be a really hard choice, and so I'm glad that it ended up that way.
Yeah.
And then
man,
you know, you guys are cursed with knowledge now, so it's like, you know,
Yeah.
now do we really do nothing? Or I mean, I don't think that's the case, but
All right, so tomorrow night we break into the Minotaur markets and free everybody.
Well, the thing
the
is, we can't because they're oath-bound.
They're oath-bound.
Those oaths will follow them beyond any physical restraints.
We find a way to lawyer them out of the oaths.
Well,
Close
that's
the
why, like,
loophole, Tiger.
that's why Magus was kept making allusions to like we have to address the rules and close the loopholes, and how like he actually has dreams about like wresting that control from the fates themselves or from the Furies themselves.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, just
So cerebral.
just hitch you an elevator ride up to Fury
Yeah.
Heaven.
Val was just like take a knife to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh, man.
These are the curtains then,
These
up here
are-
at the top.
These are the curtains. Yeah. Strangely
I'm
though,
excited to see the stream because go look in general. That's what I've been looking at the whole session.
I think I put myself as do not disturb because that's why I'm not seeing. Oh my God, you've been looking at that? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, that sucks.
I'm excited to see the stream.
Oh yeah, it's like a whole
You guys
thing.
are talking about curtains. I have grid squares.
It's like a whole thing. Yeah.
I tried 3 different browsers and I did hard refreshes and cleaned my cache and cookies, and it is none of those things.
Oh, that sucks.
Cleaned your cache and your cookies? Dude.
It's probably good that you guys ended combat when you did, because like had you just like slogged through the whole thing, that would have gone very differently.
I
It's
agree.
been a long
I
period.
wouldn't have been talking at all.
And I think like that also kind of plays into Magus's character, is like we're not going to arrive at the solution if we just like try and have one side stronger than the other side. Like we actually have to stop fighting and like address this some other way.
Yep.
Yeah, but you're not gonna say that when we're standing in front of Sidon.
Yeah. You're
I'm
gonna
saying that-
say,
I'm saying
"You
that
let
to
my
Megan."
father prepare to die."
You know what? We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Or like another aspect of it's like it didn't come up as much because I don't think Magus is as concerned about it, but it would be something in his mind. But it's something that's very present in Gray's mind. Is if we take out all of the elites of the city at once, that is going to be chaos.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's what she's looking for.
Yeah,
That is.
And it's kind of like because something that Magus has thought about, because he really doesn't like Lutheria. He wants to take Lutheria out. But at the same time, like, yeah, removing the god of death never has any negative ramifications in any story.
The fact that you guys are even thinking about this stuff. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah.
Balance.
Yeah, I
Like
just,
the food chain, right?
I appreciate you guys' investment into what's going on very, very, very much. And most of what happened this session is all because of that freaking goblin. Like seriously,
Yes.
this is all made up.
Hate it. It's a defining feature.
Everything in this session, save a few like details, is made up. So like,
Wait, so you came up with this trolley problem?
oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. This is mine, and it all like to be clear, it was all because I was like, okay. My only thought was I want to steal the goblin from them. Boom, we did that. Now what? I stole the goblin
Wait,
from
they
them.
want it back?
Right. Well, I knew you would want it
Wait.
back. Like the whole point of stealing it is that I'm testing how much you want it and then giving you a route to get it back. And I'm like, who would steal it? Oh, Lady of Coins. Why would she steal it? Ooh, she would steal it for this. Ooh, but how would they find it? Oh, they could go to her and offer her this, and she would. And so it's just this like stream of consciousness from I want to steal this thing that they like. So
And I find it interesting that among the party, like, Shade and Theo really care about the goblin.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
Magus and Falvin do not.
the fact that there was
and
one in
Shade
each camp.
were the ones who are against the plan, and Theo and Falvin are the ones who are for it.
Yeah, that made it very interesting. Just a nice little spectrum of opinion. Oh man,
Look at us playing our alignments.
I know.
Crazy.
Look at that. Yeah, because like, oh man,
Yeah, because both of the good characters are like, we shouldn't take life, and Magus is against it because of the issue of power and control.
Yep.
And like, who has power and control? Like, I don't like you having all this power now. And like, and Shade is, you know, against like, we need to do things properly, like closer to the neutral area of the spectrum.
Yep.
And now we have the neutral characters going like, yeah, let's kill him.
Well, I'm chaotic neutral, so
High five.
you couldn't tell.
Really, I never would have guessed.
So I might flip back and forth. You never know.
Was there anything else, like question-wise, that you guys didn't get around to asking?
I can't even remember what our initial list was.
Yeah, I don't either. I do know that there was the issue of like how the Colossus works. I think that like you didn't ask about.
Yeah, I mean, it's super interesting that they're like tending the furnaces.
Yeah. So
Well, they're going to use it for the revolution.
the revolution has begun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry that you didn't get to do the password trick. I literally knew that you were gonna do it like a week ago.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, they wouldn't just have the same password and like.
Yeah, like it was already after almost a full round of combat.
Yeah.
They have two-step authentication.
They do. Yeah. Well, and there were people that were in the last encounter with you guys, and they would have gone back and be like, "Hey, we should probably change this."
So
I did have an idea for another password, but you'll never know.
Python, boa constrictor, copperhead.
I was gonna use
diamondback.
I was gonna use aspis.
Cottonmouth.
There you go.
That works too.
Which means the asp.
Yeah.
In Latin.
the aspen. There's an asp snake, isn't there?
Yeah. Uh huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Electo, that's a good one. So yeah, cool. I have a lot to plan for next time. But basically, okay, so if you guys are trying to make your own way, what's kind of your first maybe inclination as to finding another way to the auction? Like a target or a method?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to break into the Nerdigan estate and steal their invitation. I mean, that's one of the only leads we've been given so far.
Yeah, I mean that is.
I think that's actually the only lead we've been given
It's
so
probably-
far.
well, we also knew that the Titans, the fallings of the Titans, might also have it, and
that's
now we
true.
know that the one of them may be supplying divine blood to make this thing happen, to make the dragon potions.
Yeah, so from that information, it would seem that maybe the two most like Occam's razor choices are the Nerdigan estate or the Cult of Lutheria. There are other options, and like if you come up with something, we could probably build something out of it. But those are the two kind of major ones, the safe bets, as it were.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. No doubt.
No doubt. And I guess next session
No doubt.
can be mostly, kind of doing some investigating and then enacting.
And so, DM, I will warn you. Following this encounter, when Magus goes to get his armband back, he is also going to want to talk to Master Machaon, because he is probably the philosopher that Magus holds in the highest esteem.
Okay.
And maybe not in specific details, but he would pose this dilemma to Machaon, because currently, Magus still feels strongly about his opinion, but he doesn't feel like he has the philosophy to back it up. It's mainly just I feel like I've done this before and I didn't like it.
Right.
So
Okay, yeah, totally.
so I may want to get what his philosophy is on this.
Yeah, DM. What's your philosophy on this gonna be?
Sounds good. I don't know.
How do you feel about it? Well, we'll find out next time. So
We will find
now
out
you
next
can
time.
agonize over it for the next week.
Well, that's why I asked you, so it's on tape, and I can refer to
See?
it.
And
Cool.
Falbin, be ready to answer some questions about what your impressions of the Minotaur markets are. Because Shade'll probably be asking.
I mean, you should be able to surmise, but yes.
I mean, he'd be
there
asking
will
more
be
for
there will
like,
be sentences.
like, why do you feel so strongly about this type
Oh.
of things?
All right. Yeah.
Because it's, I mean, that's, as time goes on, Shade's gonna be thinking back through the rest of the like party interactions. Because at one point, especially when we had the Maynad in the forest, he specifically stated he was willing to dirty his hands to do the distasteful deeds that needed to be done.
Mm-hmm.
So he very well may be, after he sees the Minotaur markets, talks to the party more about it, change his vote.
Damn, that's a deep cut. That's a. God,
Yeah.
man.
This was all going through my mind while we were going through this. It's like, my character doesn't know enough to make this decision right now.
That's so. It's so.
Darn you, DM!
It's so cool because like in my mind, like I'm really just trying to plan ahead, you know, and I'm like trying to think like what could they do, like what are some options, and I'm kind of forgetting. So I am trying to remember some stuff from character history and past episodes and stuff, but like you guys have between you so much insight into, you know, these motivations and decisions and stuff, and I love it. I love that you're like actually thinking about those things. Davey, I don't know if you caught the one comment Lady of Coins made about the statues, like how the punishment of just being out of time was like severe, and like I was trying to make like a direct link to Shade specifically, like because like he, you know, he basically was. I don't think he would have wanted to go 500 years in the future and, you know, everyone he knew be dead and stuff. So
Yeah, I definitely caught that, but at the same time, it's like Shade, while he has people telling him this, and he even has like his old journal, he doesn't remember most of it. It's not real to him yet.
That's so
like he knows
wild.
it, but it's not like part of him yet.
he hasn't like internalized
When it becomes part of him, it's gonna be a bit harder.
I thought you were gonna say it's gonna be a bitch, which I mean it is. Oh
It's gonna be
God.
rough. It's gonna be rough for you, Shade.
You
I can
poor damaged boys, all of you. Like honestly, there's so much good. Like there's so much good. This is what proper backstory should do: is inform the adventure going forward, which is what it's doing, and I'm so into that. You guys don't even know. Okay, well, I should probably go to bed. I know we all probably need to go to bed, except for you, Gray.
Yep.
I'm gonna make dinner.
Go make dinner. But this was a blast. I am free next Tuesday. If anybody isn't, let me know. Wow, I've still been recording. Thank you for hanging out and listening to us table talk. I like this because this is some of the most fun stuff to me, is just like the talking about what we're doing. So I might still do this if we have time. So anyway, all right. Well, that's all for the recording.